Hello and good evening, GDQ chat, YouTube chat, Twitch chat, etc. How are y'all doing? I'm Skybilz and this is Random Number Generation, the show that is all about randomizers and all of the different ways in which we can still refresh and play video games. Folks, it's wonderful to be here. This is episode 54 of Random Number Generation, Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer with the one and only Spike Vegeta. Before we get started here, a couple of GDQ announcements. If you are watching on YouTube, it's wonderful to have you all back here. Go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content starting most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. Also, all revenue after taxes that GDQ earns from subscriptions and bits for the month of January will be donated to PCF. We reached $3.4 million. Let's see if we can get to $3.5 million. And of course, Frost Fatales is February 27th to March 5th. Use !FF in chat or go to GamesDoneQuick.com/FrameFatale for more information. I'm going to be there doing some Pokemon Stadium rental randomizer, I should say. So I'm very excited for the Frame Fatale Marathon. With that being said, Spike, how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much for having me, Sky. Always bringing the high energy and excited to get to showcase some more Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer for the GDQ audience. Should be great.
Absolutely. And folks, over the course of this too, this is a little bit more of an interactive show. So of course, if you have any questions for Spike, I will do my best to relay questions from chat to Spike Vegeta. So you all let me know. Spike has a lot of experience with Kingdom Hearts, so this is a recap in so many ways of the AGDQ 2022 Kingdom Hearts run, of which Spike was one of the members from the winning team there. So again, congratulations to you and J Hobbs. I'm very excited to hear your perspective, not only about the race, but some of the strategies that you employ as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There's obviously, every time you play one of these, it's a very build-based rando, I consider it. They're like, yes, we need the 3 proofs in order to get to the final boss, but we also need to find, how do we have just enough combat tools to be able to get through all of the various fights that we need to get through in order to get to those proofs and get to the end of the game and slay Final Xemnas. So, with that, chat, we will be jumping in here very soon. I just want to go ahead and give you guys, there should be, I believe, a tracker on screen that you guys can see. At the core, all that we need are the 3 proofs, which if you look on the tracker somewhere on the screen, in the bottom right corner, there are the 3 little silver orbs. One has a mushroom on it, one has a keyblade, one has the little proof of non-existence, because I can't think of what else to call it, the little nobody symbol. We need to find those 3 things. In addition to that, like I said, need to find enough combat tools. Also on the tracker, we'll be trying to point them out as we go through. Each of those different rows, the 15, 16 different rows you see, will correspond to a different world in the game. So like the little genie lamp right there, that corresponds to Agrabah. The little honey pot, that's 100 Acre Wood, Winnie the Pooh world, and so on and so forth. We'll explain them as we go through. Try to give you guys a breakdown for anyone who watched the GDQ run and you maybe didn't quite know what was going on. There were a lot of screens. I'm going to try to give you a solo experience and explain my thought process all along the way. Chill here with Sky and Richard. We can talk a little bit about the GDQ run as we go. With that, I am ready to go when you gamers are.
All right, on your account, Spike, go for it.
All right, let's get this sucker started on critical difficulty, the hardest difficulty, in 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck and have fun, Spike. I'm really excited to hear about this. So I have to know this as we're getting started, Spike. So you hit the go button at GDQ, and
yes.
I had this experience firsthand myself. What's going through your mind here as you're getting started, especially in a team race?
God, it's so weird. So I've done, obviously, GDQ runs and participated in commentary for years and years now, like 10 years we're talking about. And it was this weird, surreal experience where I didn't know what was going on. Like, you're in a randomizer race, so everything's cut off to you from the outside world. It's just you and J Hobbs, just like you and your partner trying to figure everything out. So yeah, like, I think it was able to like isolate everything. There weren't a lot of distractions or anything going on. You're just saying, I just want to play my best, and that's it. So feeling like you're routing everything correctly. With that, we're jumping here into the seed. So I'm going to be going through the various worlds. We are here in the Garden of Assemblage, where normally you would fight all the data ore members or the super bosses. Instead, those are going to send me 2 different worlds. Could have checked that Keyblade before I jumped in, but the Sweet Memories Keyblade actually pretty solid here. All of our Keyblades will have randomized stats and abilities on them. So a lot of times I'm looking for just what's going to have maybe a particular ability that's going to help me out in certain fights. Right here, I'm going to try to isolate one of these idiots away from the other one. Donald and Goofy actually doing a really good job of isolating him in the corner. And now taking him out. Very nice to see we actually got to start with Scan. So that's actually really good for you all at home. That it's good for me as well because it helps me make better decision making inside of fights. But now you all can see as that HP bar goes down what my damage output is looking like. And yeah, kind of go from there. Picking up some various chests. So what is randomized in the randomizer? All the things that you would find in the various treasure chests throughout the world, of which there are hundreds and hundreds of. What you will win off of boss fights, super bosses, what you'll get from just like doing little mini games and whatnot. In addition to that, again, like I said, the Keyblades, all of Donald and Goofy's weapons, they're all randomized. What their stats will be. They can each have anywhere from 0 to 7 strength and 0 to 7 magic, and a random ability to go with them. With that, you also saw, if you're looking on the tracker below me, we are currently in Pride Lands, the Lion King world. So that's that little column on the left side, or the row, I guess. I'm getting my columns and my rows mixed up. But a little row down there with the little Simba sign next to it. I found the cure. That is the first of 50 important checks that there are in this game. Now, if you watch the GDQ run, in order to make it a more consistent time for the race, because randomizers, they can be pretty volatile in estimates. You have no idea how long they're going to take. We made it to where you had to collect all of the important checks in the game before we were allowed to go to the end. Instead, here, we're going to be doing a more standard randomizer, where my goal is simply to find those 3 proofs and get to the end of the game, beat final zones. So, right now we haven't found any of them, but I wouldn't have expected it 3.5 minutes in. That probably wouldn't have been good for the estimate. So, we are running around just trying to collect tools. We are in the gathering phase of the randomizer. As you can see, you can even open up chests to find maximum HP increases, maximum MP increases. I think I've actually seen 2 MPs here, which is actually pretty nice. I can spam my magic a little more, of which I currently only have a cure, so can't do too much with that. Other than that, I would say we haven't found too much here in Pride Lands. I see the drive gauge level up right there. More HP. A lot of bonus stuff, but yeah, not much in the way of like super good tools right now. Gonna take Simba's potions. So I just have a little bit more to work with in that regard. Form boost, not bad. Put on the soldier earring, give me a +2 to my strength stat. But yeah, other than that, we're gonna leave Pride Lands for now. There are more checks in this world, but starting from here, there's a lot more combat involved. Yeah. And we don't quite have the tool set to really take on anything like that. So we're gonna go through a few more of these worlds. Now going over Agrabah to ransack a little bit.
I do have a question from the chat. So what is your best time on these current settings?
Yeah, so with these settings, they're actually very new. There's a new generator for the randomizer that just came out literally right before GDQ. We didn't swap to it yet because you always want to hold out for some stability issues potentially. When you're showing it off in front of 100,000 people, you don't want anything going haywire. Okay, I'll explain that in a second. But today I did my first one with these exact settings, and it took like an hour 45. So yeah, we'll see if we can beat that tonight. Potentially I don't. And we instead get to show you guys a lot of cool super bosses and everything. The big thing we're showing off here is the hard logic, the same stuff we were using for GDQ, where basically everything is weighted to generally be later in worlds. So that is going to make for longer randomizers overall. And more that you get to see like cool super bosses and whatnot. So it's cool to get showcase that. I just found 2 more important checks here in Agrabah. And they are something that were not a part of Games Done Quick, the Games Done Quick showcase. We actually found ransom reports. Now, answer reports you might think, are those going to help you in combat or anything? No. They actually give you info. They are the hint system in this randomizer, like so many other games like Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past, others utilize. And they have given me info about 2 other full worlds. Simulated Twilight Town, which is like the tutorial world of this game, has 5 important checks, 5 of the 50 in it total. And, I need to get this to break open. And I know that Twilight Town, one of the biggest worlds, actually has 4 important checks in it. So I can take that info and kind of do whatever I will with it. 5 is quite a bit, I would say, for simulated Twilight Town. It's a relatively small world.
We have a great question from the chat here. So why did the number change from 37 at AGDQ to 50 here? That's a great question.
Yeah, so it was 37 at GDQ because we did not have the Ansem reports on. We were instead playing with a different hint system where you simply needed to go through each world and the tracker would tell you as soon as you were done with a given world. So that's what, obviously, take 13 off of 50, that got you to 37. The answer reports are part of the important checks in this regard. Ooh, I probably should have went for this first. Okay, we got to it before it ran out. So yeah, but the goal here is not going to be to get all 50 of them. We're simply trying to find the 3 proofs and taking the info like I just got right there, that Beast Castle is a 3, and determining, okay, do I want to make that play? Do I want to go over to that given world? Trying to play a little dodgy here.
Oh, I think I can answer this one. Someone asked, can you explain the tiny image above the Pride Lands icon? I believe that's the Land of Dragons. Did I get it?
Oh, so probably what they're asking is the little adult Simba face that's next to the...
Oh, yeah. What is that?
That is actually a way to look at the tracker and determine how far we are into the world. So the last thing I did was I obtained talking to adult Simba. You're seeing the same thing here in Agrabah that I just went to. I just did the Abu escort, and so that's how far we've progressed that. So yeah, that's a little way to also know roughly how far we've moved into these different worlds. Now let's see here. I believe do I have an air combo plus? If I do, it might be time. Yeah, I could potentially. Let's do a few other things first. But yeah, simulated Twilight Town, having a 5-pack there, 10% of the important checks in the game, that's actually pretty juicy info. Normally we would wait till we have maybe a few other tools, but when you see a world is that big, you do feel like you kind of have to push it.
So do you ever feel overwhelmed with choice at the beginning, or do you just kind of pick one land that you like and then just kind of go off the items that you got there to determine where to go? Because I know as a beginner, when I tried starting out, folks were like, you should go to Disney Castle because there's a lot of items there. What determines your route, Spike, at your advanced level?
Yeah, so a lot of it's changing all the time. Because the hard logic just came out, there's a lot more factors to consider of, okay, how far into the world do you have to go before you start getting these like meteor patches of checks and saying, okay, my odds are higher and higher as I go that I will find good things, and is there a lot of good stuff in that back part of it? We did just find 2 awesome things. We found an amazing magic ability, one of the most overpowered in the game, in Reflect. Basically a magic ability that if I put it up as I'm getting attacked, it will keep me safe, and any attacks that hit that will then get deflected into the enemy. Yep. So I will be utilizing that all over the place. Also getting a glide ability, so nice just for good general movement. And let me put on another armor because we got that. Checking to see if we got any more cool keyblades. Okay, I do have a monochrome, so we can actually make that work. And let's upgrade to the Full Bloom Plus as we now make our way into the Candy Cane Land fight. I like Halloween Town. I mean, going off of Sky's question right there, I like going into Halloween Town right here because it's a very tiny world that doesn't get restricted too much by, like, if I don't have a lot of movement options early on. Like, right now I don't have a ton. I have a glide, I have a quick run, but not much else. I can actually get through this world pretty quickly and ransack it for all 14 of its chests. There are more checks after this. You start going into like boss fights and whatnot. But again, here in this part of the run, we are in the gathering phase. We're getting stronger to feel like we can start tackling the mid game a little bit. Oh, I can't believe he stood up that quick. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So, do you have a favorite world for flavor, not necessarily for randomizer utility?
Oh, for flavor?
Yeah.
Define flavor for me.
Like, was there a part of the story in this game that you like?
Oh, sure.
Which world do you like the most? I mean, mine was always Space Paranoids. I always thought, like, just the overall environment was awesome in that.
It's very cool how they actually, like, make that mean more to the story, like how strong Sark and the MCP actually are. I do think that one's very cool. I like Beast and Belle's arc in Beast Castle quite a bit. I like how Belle's, I like how she's quite the gamer herself, giving Zaldin a nice punch in the gut. Oh, gotta catch them mid-air. Okay. As long as they are mid-air, they will get trapped by Jack's Limit dance call right here. Dance call, very, very good. And we have another report. Found a lot of reports here early on, chat, giving us a lot of good info. Agrabah is a 4. We already found 2 there, as you can see, those being 2 other reports. But I'll keep that in my memory banks for when I want to go back there a little bit later on. Oh, an accessory slot. You'll love to see it. It's actually going to allow me to put on another good accessory. Put on the Full Bloom Plus. Put on the armor right there. Put on that combo boost we just saw. Put back on the glide. Yeah, I lost a lot of that. Having to take the death back there. But now we got it all back on. We're good. We're good. Okay, I think with that, let's make our way downtown. We're gonna walk fast, chat, as you say. Let's actually go over to Simulated Twilight Town because that is a fat 5-pack coming over here. Now, this is normally the tutorial world, but what's super funny about showing it off is that I actually still have access to Quick Run. Quick Run is that ability you were seeing Sora do on the ground back there, where he's kind of whooshed forward. Roxas does not have access to that, so the game just gives him the fall animation a lot. Let me actually take the strength stat right here. I think that's better for this positioning. Each of those different bats can either give you strength, magic, or defense. But yeah, by just mashing the square button, I can just repeatedly make him fall into the ground, and we lovingly call it wave dashing, a la Smash Brothers. Yeah, exactly. People talking about it in the chat. This is a super early Simulated Twilight Town, but knowing it's a 5-pack, that is, you know, that is 5 out of 44 of the remaining important checks in the entire game. And obviously, this being the tutorial world, it's actually relatively easy combat-wise to get through it. I don't feel like I need a lot of tools. Plus, the tools we find here off that 5-pack might give me access to really good tools that I can utilize in other fights.
Yeah,
And this is still really high stats. Go for it, Sky.
Someone in chat was saying this is the earliest Simulated Twilight Town that they've seen, and I would agree with that. Yeah,
this is... I can't believe for GDQ, this is... I'm here 14 minutes into the run. But, yeah, when you read a 5, I think, as long as you feel like you have the tools. I've always said with Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer, just because you can do something doesn't mean you necessarily should. You need to think about long-term, what is the time loss going to be off something like that? But I think I have the tools to where I'm not going to lose too much time doing this as opposed to waiting to do it later. All right. Skipping some cutscenes, picking up some Donald staffs here and there. Now, a reason why a lot of people don't like to push Simulated Twilight Town too early on is because it does have an okay amount of checks, like 25, 26, 27, somewhere in that ballpark. So it's a good percentage of them that are going to end up being important. But it's very backloaded. You have to go through quite a bit of other stuff before you get there. So trying to utilize Roxas's air combos right here and attacking this very short enemy in front of me.
Do you like having sweet memories this early? I know everybody's talking about how you're using the Winnie the Pooh keyblade.
Oh, yeah. This is just a blessing, chat. Possibly this will allow us to yeet the bear later on in the seed, as so many people gave me crap for back at GDQ. We'll see. We got to find all the torn pages to make that a reality, though. Now, continuing our silly-looking wave dashing over. Haven't seen any of the important checks yet, but not too surprised about that. We've only seen 4 or 5 checks. And again, the deeper you go into the world, the higher the odds are that you will find some of those really, really good checks. Zach the Robot, who did amazing commentary for the GDQ run, he built this logic and how it's kind of balanced and everything. And Sky, I know you as obviously a card game player yourself. They basically split all of the different checks that you can find into 4 rarities, into common, uncommon, rare, and mythic. I thought mythic was a funny word for it. Ultra rare, super rare, whatever you want to call it.
Someone's been playing Magic the Gathering.
Uh-huh. So now I want to keep track of my health right here, or rather Twilight Thorn's health. If I push him beyond that, it'll actually make me go through a second loop of the reaction commands, and I don't want that. So I'm going to move my way in here. Okay, cool. I was able to kind of bait the Dusks away a little bit, or the creepers right there, little enemies, so they did not interrupt my attack. Threw in a couple of RCs. It's a lot of that is just kind of knowing. I've been running Kingdom Hearts 2 speedruns for 15 years, which is always obviously a really good basis for getting into a randomizer, that you at least know basic speedrun strats. Actually, make sure I put on a different Keyblade actually right here. Do I have a combo plus? I don't. Do I have a, let me see here. Yeah, that'll do. That's fine. Yeah, give you a baseline of just like a little bit that you know how to do. I have double draw right here. Oh, does this not actually keep it on? Ooh, okay, this might actually be bad. We will make this work. What? It must be because I was already too deep into the fight. I don't actually have my air combo plus. What the heck? Oh, hater, no. Why did it not give me the air combo plus? Oh, just get out of here. All right, I will save a very small amount of time. I actually don't know why. It must be because it's on the Keyblade. I thought if it was on the Keyblade, you still got it. Well, they kind of messed up the strats. So now our goal will be to save literally any time on this VV fight. So we're going to knock him out here.
So, Spike, I gotta ask, what is, I don't want to quite call it the stigma, but what is the overall attitude that randomizer players have around simulated Twilight Zone? I know early on, I always heard, like, oh, you really don't want to go there unless you have to, and it's kind of become this place of intrigue for me as a result.
Basically, it's just like you've seen, I've been here for, like, 6-7 minutes. I have collected, like, 6 checks. I wanted the 200 right there. Okay, now I'm gonna have air combo plus. It's because it was stuck on there. Okay. So yeah, it's just very, very low checks per minute. And you're always thinking about in randomizers, how do I keep my checks per minute higher? And this is kind of that rare instance where we know there's some good stuff here. Let's go ahead and let him have an attack. He's gonna try to dash behind me. Oh, let him do his thing. Let him. Oh, please give it to me. Oh, this is awful. Fine. Yeah, we did it. All right. Torn pages, chat. We're 1/5 of the way to yeeting the bear.
I really want to see that on my show. Please find all the pages.
I will do my absolute darndest to make that a reality for you here. Oh, photon debugger. Oh, there's a... Sweet Memories is a combo plus. Oh, okay. We're just gonna leave that on.
Spike, did you not realize that till now?
It's I wouldn't worry about it. So I'm gonna do the same thing I tried to do with VD back there. I'm gonna try to lock him down this time with double hits. Because I have double draw, it's picking up the orbs very quickly. Basically, as soon as they fall out, I'm picking them up. So 1, 2, and bam. Okay, we came up with alternative strats to make it work. If I had realized that earlier with Hayner, I could have made him work. Hayner's very short, so it is what it is. But we're finally, now that we're past the struggle fights, we're gonna get to the dense part of the world. Going up to Sunset Terrace and the train station right here. We'll have a nice 7-pack of checks. Hopefully we get most of them here. Otherwise, we will be going even deeper into the world. Oh, there's not too much left now.
Yep,
Winnie the Pooh could have it. Yep. Ooh, Light of Darkness. Very nice.
That's the real important part, Spike. You gotta keep us updated on torn pages. I think they care about this, including myself, more than the proofs, if we're being honest.
Oh, absolutely. And there are categories where you just simply have to yeet the bear. There's actually an option in the randomizer to like put one of the proofs standard on yeeting the bear. So yeah, it's well, we'll see. I'll keep y'all updated. I'll let you know. We got one down. They're in the bottom left part of the tracker, so people can always look over there to see. Like, okay, of the 5, there's still 4 out in the world I need to find. Finding aerial dive, that's a very good combo modifier. It's a good, like, launcher. And we found the second of the 5 important checks. I have Cura. Cura is definitely one of the least interesting of the important checks you can find, but regardless, it's in the magic pool, so we count it. Utilizing the skateboard here. Still a little faster than doing our level 1 basic wave dashing right there. There are 4 of every type of movement in the game. High jump, quick run, dodge roll, aerial dodge, and glide. And as you can imagine, they become more potent how fast you go with them for each of those you find. More potent, you get more iframes on dodge rolls, stuff like that. So dang, we're having to go deep. Chat, Data Roxas, one of the super bosses in this game, might be on the table right now. I mean, he is on the table.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, God. Walk to the side, let him do that standard piercing attack, and slap him.
Oh, we have a question. Hey, Spike, can you explain why those 2 world numbers are blue?
Yes, so the reason why they are blue, it's maybe a little complicated, but I believe in y'all. I believe y'all can absorb what this is. The 3 proofs have to be hinted. So, therefore, let's say there's a proof here in Simulated Twilight Town. That would justify why it is blue, because it's a hinted hint. I'm trying to think of like a way to describe it to y'all. Basically, for simplicity tonight on the GDQ stage, I would tell y'all, if it's blue, it has much higher odds of having the proof. Ooh, did get final form right there. Okay, very nice. That's our 3rd of our 5 important checks. Still 2 left here, though. Looking like it could be a Data Roxas seed. But it doesn't necessarily have to be. By the end of it, there are 16 different worlds/areas, including Sora's Heart, Sora's leveling system. Ooh, there's Reflect. Ooh, we're up to 4 already? My God. That's legendary. Let's just go ahead and find out if the fifth one's right here. Yeah, so it's higher odds. I'm trying to... If it's there are higher odds that it can be approved because only 13 of the 16 worlds are total going to be hinted throughout the run. If you find all 13 of the reports, of which we've already found 4 of them so far. Yeah, looks like 4 of them. Approve are the little icons in the bottom right corner of the tracker. Those are the 3 things we're trying to find in order to get in. They'll kind of get denoted whenever we're Sora. He'll have cute little crowns on his head in ascending order of bronze, silver, and gold. I think I'm gonna have to knock him into the wall one more time. Yeah, the damage wasn't quite good enough. get him with the RC. And so yeah, whenever I find 1, I will have bronze. Whenever I find 2, I'll be in silver. And whenever I have all 3, I'll have gold. And that is what's going to allow me to walk through the final door and defeat Final Xemnas. So finding some good things. We found Final Form back there. And 2 torn pages, chat. So we got the full 5-pack. Look at that World Championship belt. Let's go over to 100 Acre Wood. Let's go give our boy Pooh some love. Why not?
Wait, do I understand this? We have 2 pages and no proofs yet? Because that is amazing.
That is exactly what you are getting here on your show, Sky. You are getting a lot of Winnie the Pooh action right now. We are 40% of the way to yeeting the bear, chat. Get hype. Bear is 40% yeeted. Like it's an easy bake oven or something. See what else we can find here. Some more max HP. Good to see. Good to see. Also saw an item slot back there. Nothing too notable other than that. And Final Form, in terms of a combat tool, is definitely the most exciting thing we have found, along with a few other abilities. But Final Form, I can start to level that up, and it will allow me to do big damage to a lot of enemies all throughout the run. I do see that Twilight Town is also a blue world, so there are higher odds that it can have access to a proof. So I might push into that. Yeah, looking at my options, I think that's probably the best I can do. So I'm always sitting here trying to calculate, all right, if I go into a world, how far am I going to go into the world? How far do I feel comfortable with going? Do I feel like I can dispatch of the enemies and whatnot pretty quickly? Also, yeah, I hope y'all enjoyed the spin to win minigame right here. Now, probably what I'll do is I'll go in and get these 3 checks, and then I'm just going to leave, and I'll save Honey Pot Slider for later if we get some more info about 100 Acre Wood. Also worth noting about the hint system, so proofs have to be hinted, and if the proof is in 100 Acre Wood, all 5 of the torn pages need to be hinted, so you can kind of play some hint logic right there. Ooh, glad I came in here, got double combo boost now. A very, very good ability that pumps up your ground-based finishers. And I have the best ground-based finisher in the game. No joke, in Explosion. Let's go over to Disney Castle first. I want to get a little more density knocked out. And then we'll make our way over to Twilight Town, where we have that hinted 4-pack. This is a 3 proofs finish. Yep. This is actually the more standard way that people will play Randomizer, although I did enjoy the settings we got to use for GDQ. I think it was a good way to get to showcase so many things, like in a standard seed, unless things are going very terrible, you're not going to see like 6 super bosses, which we got to show off at GDQ, where my nerves were absolutely shot on some of them. I was very happy to get a lot of them first try, so.
It's a shame that the final bosses can't be mixed with super bosses, you know? Like, that would be really cool. Like, you get, like, any 4 bosses from the game at the end.
Oh, that's actually, like, a really interesting... Now, there is a enemy/boss randomizer in this game.
Yeah.
So, like, there's some stuff that can happen there. Let me actually check real quick. We can do a little bit. Let me put this on, you on. Slap a few things on, and now let me walk back up here. I think I need a little bit of healing is what that means. So okay, that might be too much. Let's get poked and find out, because I'm gonna try to tap into my auto forms. Oh no, it's now a little bit too much. I stepped on too much. Okay, I think that's perfect. I am trying to get into critical health here so that it will activate auto wisdom right now. Auto wisdom, wow, a 3rd instance of quick run. Every different form in this game also has checks on it. They can get leveled all the way up to level 7. And all of them level up from different stuff. Wisdom form levels up by killing Heartless. So each one of those I killed gave me another experience point for it. But auto forms can only be activated once you get into critical health. All right, Minnie, I wasn't able to do this at GDQ. Can I get this one done? I'm going to try to push the mouse, chat. I'm awful at this. Oh, I shot past her. Okay, let me get a little different angle. Oh, go back up. Go back up against the wall. We were doing it. No. Minnie, work with me here. Work with me.
Why are we eating bears and pushing mice?
Because these are the speedrun strats you're tasked with doing. No, it's so hard, chat. This is unironically the hardest strat in the entire game. Back up against the wall, back up against the wall. Yes, no, okay. Minnie, you got this. No, the shadows are gonna keep punching her in the face. No! Come back! Get over here! Chat, we definitely saved time doing that.
Good job, Spike.
Hope y'all enjoyed. Yeah, with Quick Run, if you can get a good lineup, you can basically just go, yeah, and just like shoot her all the way down.
Let's go.
I was not able to do that.
That may
It's
have,
pretty easy. No, go ahead.
that may have been the most exciting mini segment ever, because I think I speak
This
for
way.
a lot of members in chat where we're
Let's go.
trying to play this as when we're younger, and Minnie just will
way.
not move, and we're yelling at Minnie, and
No.
we're yelling at Minnie, and it's like, come on, move, please.
Yeah, there's a lot of nuance to understand exactly like how far she'll walk, how to refresh her ability to walk, how to keep her safe against the bolt towers, and you against the bolt towers. Again, we are playing this on the critical difficulty, meaning basically everything in this game is gonna like one or two shot us.
This way.
So I, more importantly, do. She can take like 12 hits on the lip. She don't care. She's Minnie. She's a truck.
This way.
I get hit 2 times. I'm like paper. We're out. We're down for the count.
This way.
Try to pick up a little bit of money here and there. She's gonna need one more RC right here.
This way. Let's go.
Getting a 2-pack, getting the 100 Acre Wood map, which is good. We won't get lost there now, Chad. This can generally be an issue. Let's actually go over to the Shadow Archive. Give myself a little bit of burst of magic instead. Is there a different Keyblade I want to rock at this point? Oh. Boop, boop, boop. Let's see here. Just kind of taking a quick peek, seeing what we got. Boop, boop, boop. Let's go with... Oh, am I really going to do this? I'm going to tank my stats. I think we're going to have to tank the stats. That's too bad. Do I have any power boosts or anything? I have A... All right, time to mash it out, chat. Give myself some AP right there so I can just equip more abilities. I put on this Keyblade even though it's actually one of my worst statted Keyblades because it gives myself access to Finishing Plus. And Finishing Plus by itself is very, very strong. That being said, I just got another Keyblade, so I'm going to peek at that before we get into this next fight.
I'm trying to look at your tracker. Do you have any of the forms available to get Spike?
I do. I have Final Form, which we found from Simulated Twilight Town, so that's good.
Wow.
Ooh, actually, that's... You know what? Sleeping Lion. I'm going to go with that for now. I will go without a Finishing Plus because this is a good air combo boost. Very, very good. Boosts up my all of my aerial-based finishes. Oh, that was the wrong button. All of my aerial-based finishers get a nice power boost right there based on the number of hits that are in the combo. And that should not happen again, so you go to that, you go away, you go away. Okay, cool. Making sure I take Cure off so I don't accidentally drain all my MP again. Yo, Master Form. That's huge, Pog chat. Oh, my Lanta. I'm so happy. Also, we know that OC is a 2. There are 2 important checks there. With Master Form, I am now going to change my routing a little bit. Do I want to go to Twilight Town, or do I want to go to the Land of Dragons? All right. All right, Sky, I want you to make the decision. Do you want me to go to Twilight Town, or do you want me to go to Mulan World?
I think, according to your tracker, Twilight Town seems like the play here.
Okay, all right. I will make my way over to Twilight Town. I'll be walking fast. It'll be great. We'll do Land of Dragons right afterwards, Chad. Don't you worry. Don't you worry. I can check the Keyblade for Master Form as well. Master Form is very good because it's going to allow me to do a very important skip later on in the run that allows me to get to a number of checks in Land of Dragons much, much, much faster, cutting out 4 entire instances of combat, as long as I do some leveling up of it. So now we're making our way over to Twilight Town, looking for those 4 important checks that Sky was calling out. And we'll be able to level up Final Form while we're here as well. So we're making pretty good time. 35 minutes in, we have 0 proofs. Looking good, looking good, looking good.
We all know the torn pages mean way more Spike.
Oh, yeah. No. Yeah, torn pages are winning 2-0 right now. They're going for the shutout. Let's make our way over. Yeah, the quick run is better than the glide right now, which is a hard thing to get, honestly. But yeah, 3 instances of quick run. We just, every time we go, yeah, and we're just across the arena. Like an NFL running back, just, yeah, just shooting down the field. It's great. Oh my gosh, he made that entire gap. Believe it or not, he's walking on air. Say it with me, Chad.
Were these the things you were saying to yourself while you weren't speaking during your run because of the lovely commentary?
Oh, the entire time. Oh, yeah. I saw so many people. Howlingtown is a 2. Okay, cool. I saw so many people talking about, I wish I could hear what Spike and Hobbs are saying, or what Rose and Violin are saying. This is what we were saying. Y'all were not missing out on any bonkers amount of commentary or anything, analysis. We were just like, so what'd you have for dinner that night? Oh, cool, yeah, poggers, love it. Air combo plus, let's give it something a little different. Let's give you the form boost Keyblade. Yeah, even though that magic is kind of poopy. Yeah, and then give you Guardian Soul. Yeah, looks good.
As a reminder, especially to folks watching on YouTube as well, if you have not been following Spike, what are you doing? Twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta. Please give Spike a follow. I'm sure you all have seen Spike at some point, especially on GDQ as an interviewer, as a runner. I don't think there's anything Spike hasn't done at this point over the course of 10 years for speedrunning.
I do love me some GDQs. I love me some speedrunning, so I do like to just kind of nerd out about it and get to chill and talk with y'all about it and analyze why going fast through these video games is so much fun. Because it's not really about going fast. Ooh, arrow dice. It's about understanding a game so well to where you feel like you are a master of it, which I'm not. But I can talk about it real good. Aerial dodge is also put on a 3rd accessory slot. Let's go for the soldier earring. Aerial dodge really good for giving me effectively a double jump.
Now, Spike, how many runs have you done at a GDQ?
That's a good question. I'm going to guess 8? 9?
Oh my gosh, really? Wow.
I go back a long time. I went back before they had standards. You got to realize.
I know. You were on my 2015 couch for Oregon Trail. I know this.
Yeah, oh yeah. I've been around. I was about 4 years before that. Oh yeah.
I was just a baby in speedrunning back then.
Mm-hmm. I was around before y'all were born. Not really. There's anyone. We got any 10-year-olds in here. I'll make sure to put my filter on. My gosh. Let's go ahead and pop into Final Form just for that reason right there, chat, so I could destroy most of these shadows with the initial explosion. So we've seen one of the 4 important checks here. We saw a report telling us that Halloween Town is a 2. And now I'll start making my way up here. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop into Master Form because I can get a little bit of experience for it. Again, every form levels up from different ways. You just saw Final Form back there. Every time it defeats a nobody, those kind of white-based enemies, that'll get you an experience point for it. Master Form levels up every time we pick up one of these drive orbs. Which I'm taking what normally would be money right here from these little guys. And I am using an ability called Drive Converter to convert them into drive orbs. So Master Form gets a little bit of experience right here. Because in order to do those skips that I was talking about, I want it to be higher level. So it can jump up higher. I don't have any super offensive magic. My most offensive magic is Reflera. Which is obviously supposed to be a defensive-based magic. But this will get the job done. This will get us there. There's finally Master Level 2. And again, each of those drive checks also is a check. So I got a Dark Crystal there on Master Level 2. So it also is to your benefit to level these up just as you go, because they could have your proofs. They could have your magics, your good stuff, your torn pages that you all are hung up on that you want to see. The people need it. They need this bear yeeted.
I would like to see the bear
Get me
yeeted.
Spider-Man. No, I'm just thinking about
Oh gosh,
Mr.
Spike.
Game & Shout. What a gamer.
Oh my
Mr. Game &
goodness.
Shout. His J. Jonah Jameson gave me lifeblood all throughout that week. It was so good. Sky, what were your favorite runs from this past GDQ? Tell me them right now. I believe in you.
I'm contractually obligated to say your run, my run, and then Keys' Shen's and Chrism's Pokemon run, because we were all involved with that.
They were all bangers. They were good.
Like, that's just 1, 2, and 3 right there for all of us.
Yeah, I was very happy with how a lot of our performances went, the way we were able to showcase it and whatnot. So, and you and Keys, y'all were so good in the Forbidden Memories run. That was a lot of fun to be a part of.
I couldn't have asked for a better marathon run in terms of just the game being nice to me, because there were so many points during my practice where the game just wouldn't let me finish. And I had a good deck and the game wouldn't let me finish. And I'm like, oh, please don't do this for the run. Not now, please. I haven't played it one of these in like 8 years or so. Just please be nice this one time. I want to ask you, that was a busy week for you. Was there any kind of interviews that you enjoyed? Like, tell us a little bit more about being on an interview team. That's always something that I've been very curious about.
You know, I got to be a part of a lot of just awesome interviews throughout the week. I loved my interview that I got to run with D. Limes from Metal Gear Solid. That's one of my favorite interviews I've ever had the pleasure of doing. Just got to talk a little bit about Metal Gear Solid. I still need to go back and watch the run because obviously it was getting pretty late by the end of the event, as GDQ standard are. But, yeah, go watch that interview, chat. I had really good energy with him. And from what I understand, he killed it. He did a great job. Yeah, people talking about Rose being blindfolded for her last run. That was, I can't believe she did that.
It just goes to show you can have a big impact in the run. Even if everything doesn't go your way, you can still have a huge impact. I mean, I think back to Keys. Keys needs way more credit for getting up to Nightmare without any MVDs. Like, that alone was way tougher than anything I had to do in that run, if I'm being honest. So again, there's a lot of unsung moments, such as what Rose did and such as what Keys did there. And again, just because someone has first place in front of their thing in a race doesn't mean that might not be where the most hype moments are. For me, the hype moment was Keys getting all the way up to Nightmare on not much. That's just
100% agreed with you there. That was a very tough situation to put Keys in, and he gamed out of his mind to give himself a chance. Also, Sky, do you know what I just found? I just found torn page number 3.
Yes!
We're 60% of the way there, chat.
Let's go. Let's go for the 5-0 shutout for torn pages.
The 5-0 shutout. That's actually all this is. It's a race between proofs and pages. That's what we're doing right here. My Lanta, chat. You simply can't stop it. Let me see here actually real quick and put on the power base. What are my stats looking like? Not super good, but not also awful. I've definitely seen worse.
I think
anything really good?
I think I speak for both Spike, myself, and probably Keys by extension, too. It is really nerve-wracking to do a very RNG-heavy run for a marathon. Like, it's wild, it's ridiculous, and it's something that certainly crosses your mind a lot before, middle, during, after. It's just something that's like, why am I subjecting myself to such wild variance during such an important run? But, like, when it's all over, it's just so worth it.
100% agreed there. Yeah, it's fun. I had the same feeling with the Cage 2 rando run building up to it. I was like, I'm excited that I don't know what's about to happen. I don't know what seed we're about to get or anything. Also, someone brought it up in chat real quick. I just want to check real quick. Twilight Town. I skipped that check. I just didn't open that chest. We'll go back for it.
Sure.
I can get back to that very quickly. I kind of want to just go check right now.
Oh, go for it. I just want to take out a moment, too, speaking of interview, before we leave that. I want to shout out a fellow GDQ Hotfix showrunner, Adef. It was Adef's first time doing interviews. Just such a natural, and I was such a big fan of Adef doing the interviews.
100% ADEF was so much fun. Can I get back there right now? How much does it take? Can I... Doors, it won't budge. How do I get back there? Do I have to, like, beat the world to get there? Chat, we might just be leaving that check behind for a while. We might be, you know what, chat? We will, we'll get back there at some point. Chat, does anyone know how to get back there? I hope that chest doesn't have anything good in it.
Richard, maybe you know. I know Richard plays Kingdom Hearts Randomizer. Richard, we need your help.
We'll figure it out. It's fine, chat. I can't believe I just walked by that chest. We were doing commentary. We're having a good time. There's no way it's one of the 3 things that we need to beat the game.
Nah, I won't be there. What are the odds of it being there? Not much, yeah? Maybe?
Yeah, that was... Rory bringing it up in chat. That is potentially the worst check in the entire game to miss, because getting back there is bad. Well, yeah, we'll do it. Anyways, moving through. I'm now doing LOD because I want to start working towards that, what I call it, it's a bit of a hype cave. The throne room here in Land of Dragons. 8 late-weighted checks, so there's high odds that those will have something. And I will be able to skip over 4 fights to get into it. Start a chat prediction if that chest has a proof in it. No, don't do it.
No. We don't need any cursed runs here. We've had enough of that here on RNG.
Oh, it's about to. Okay, well, you know what? Nothing cursed is going to be happening.
Spike, don't say that. Every time someone says that on my show, something really bad happens here.
Yeah, it's in Jensen's tower. How do you get back? Do I have to, like, beat the mansion fight? Do I have to finish Twilight Town to get back there? That's a rough one to miss. It's fine, chat. Y'all are freaking out. I don't know why.
There's a good question from chat. Do most of the randomizers for GDQ get vetted? For a big event, yes, absolutely. If it's going to be for an enormous event, yes. We had no way of doing that with Forbidden Memories because that game has a mind of its own. But for traditional randomizers like this, absolutely it gets vetted. For my show in particular, I leave it up to the runners. If the runners do not want to vet it and just let a little bit of chaos go on, we just tack a little bit more on the estimate. It's really not a huge deal. I personally thrive on chaos as long as Amaryllin right after me, who does aimbot, is totally comfortable with me doing that. But again, we tend to leave a generous estimate for that.
Yeah, for the purpose of the showcase tonight, I did not vet this in any way. I just hit the button and let it gen. But afterwards, we'll definitely go back probably around the 2-hour mark and say, okay, we need to know where these proofs are so we can look for them. Hopefully I can find them all, but again, they could be very deep into the world. I would say I'm overall playing fine outside of forgetting a chest that I'm sure has nothing in it, so don't worry.
Spike, every time you say that, I get a little more nervous. I'm just saying. So,
I'm sorry.
No, it's all right. So speaking of randomizers, we have a lot of randomizers on the show. What other randomizers do you play besides the Spike?
I would say it is primarily this and Ocarina of Time Randomizer. I love Ocarina of Time Randomizer. And people ask me all the time, they're like, which one do you prefer, OOT or KH2? And for me, it's actually a pretty balanced amount for each. They're very different randomizers. Where Zuner I describe as a very item-based rando, where you find the hook shot, and that allows you to get to other worlds. Outside of stuff like Torn Pages and a few other things here and there, KH2 isn't an item-based rando. You can go through any of the worlds in pretty much any order you want. It's really a build-based rando. When do you feel like I have the tools and the abilities that will allow me to defeat the enemies to get deeper into the world?
I'm not sure if it's possible, but I would love to see a cross randomizer between Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 2.
Oh my gosh. Well, Kingdom Hearts 1 and Kingdom Hearts 3 have now achieved randomizers as well. So that certainly could be a thing one of these days. I know people have already been talking about like multi-worlds and stuff. Like the tools are there. I'm just telling you, Chad, I'm sure we got at least 2 or 3 people watching on Games Done Quick right now. If you know how to program stuff and that sort of stuff sounds like fun to you and you want to do it for potentially free, I'm sorry, feel free to pick up these games, get in the Discord, and start talking about it, because that would be cool. It's cool. Like things like, again, I'm talking about multi-worlds with like Ocarina of Time randomizer, where basically like maybe Sky and I are playing together. We're each playing our own Ocarina of Time randomizer seed, but like my bomb bag is in her world and she has to find it for me. Yep. Like that's a very, very cool thing you can do in that game. It'd be cool to see that happening for a lot of other different games. Let's go Beast Castle next. Yeah, let's go here. Yeah, so a lot of the plays right now, I'm not loving the info in front of us. Beast Castle, I do know, is a 3, so it's not going to be barren at the very least. I might have to just fight this one out. One of the benefits of getting a bunch of HP increases is that you're a lot less squishy. You don't die nearly as easily. The problem with that is you're a lot less squishy. You do not die very easily. So normally I would like to take a death abuse right here, but I don't believe that's going to be a thing. So I am just going to hit the shadows until it builds up enough hits to where the game says, okay, that's enough to hit the trigger. You were going to say, Sky?
No, I was saying, I could see, we were talking about the cross randomizers here in chat. I could see 1 and 2 linking together. I don't want to spoil, I know it's a newer game. I don't see 3 being as compatible as 1.
Kingdom Hearts 3 being compatible with it, you're saying?
Yeah, I don't see that. It's like the same way where I don't see Chain of Memories being compatible either. It's cool.
Right, they're different games. Maybe Chain of Memories, the 3D remake of Chain of Memories, but I understand what you're saying, yeah. It's a little bit like asking, when are we going to get cross-rando with, like, NES Metroid and, like, Skyward Sword? You know, like at a certain point, it's like they're very, very different beasts altogether.
Oh, you've done something like that, Spike. That's called the shuffler. We had a shuffler once on here, and I'd like to do it again at some point. But yeah, me and Spike actually raced a shuffler together last March. It was the Super Mario All-Stars series plus Bubsy. Don't ask, it's a very long story. Anyways, we did a shuffler, and what a shuffler is that every 15 to 45 seconds the game flips over. So we did all of the All-Stars games plus Bubsy. Again, long story. Which was...
We're sorry.
Yes, we're sorry. I mean, I mixed Wizard of Oz in there last time I did it. I was very sorry for that. But yeah, so that's a really, it's not quite a randomizer, but it's like randomizer adjacent. Yeah, that's kind of concepts that Spike and I were talking about there. Really crossing the wires on randomizers. I would love to see more crossover randomizers though in the future of, so far what do we have? Link to the Past, Super Metroid, and then we have Metroid and Zelda 1, which by the way, Spike, you still gotta play Zelda 1 randomizer at some point.
I do. I love Zelda 1. I would absolutely be into that.
No.
But yeah, like I'm waiting for one day that you're just playing randomizers that are literally like 12 games. You walk into Termina and Majora's Mask, it poops you out in Kingdom Hearts 2 Beast Castle, and you walk through a warp zone, and you're into Super Mario Brothers 3. Like I'm just waiting for it to all go down.
Oh goodness. Well, no, in that essence, I really wanted Zooter and Majora's Mask to get combined because, like, when you go to the Master Sword, right, when you go to pull the, or when you become Child Link, you end up in Terminia, and Adult Link is, you know, the adult part of Ocarina of Time. That's what I had always wanted out of that. You just kind of, what is it, Jabu is the only one that can't be done as Adult Link, so you just rule that dungeon out, so Adult Link would be Zooter, Child Link would be Terminia.
For sure.
Cool. Like, that's what I want one day.
Yeah, it's kind of, and I don't want to say, like, it's weird that, like, that hasn't been done yet, because a lot of programmers will tell you who made like SMZ3 work, you know, Super Metroid Link to the Past put together, Zelda 1 plus Metroid put together. They're like, it's a small miracle those were capable to be done in the code of those games. But yeah, it'd be very cool if OOT Majora's Mask could actually be combined in some way. A lot of people talk about how the ice arrows aren't very good in Ocarina of Time. All of a sudden, you find the ice arrows, you're like, oh, that's super pog for Majora's Mask, even if I'm never going to use them in OOT.
Absolutely, and imagine a key sanity and that type of deal.
Oh, my Lanta. Oh, my.
You're like in the Spirit Temple. This is good for Great Bay. Well, heck.
Well, chat. It's amazing what our communities have been able to create over the years, and just keep paying attention. One of these days, you don't know. We don't know how far this is all going to go. It'll be fun to be along for the ride.
Chat's still hung up on Bubsy right now. Yo, I don't think Spike has any family-friendly words to say about Bubsy tonight. I'm sorry.
Here's what I will say about it. I don't think it was I think it was hard. I definitely think it was a difficult video game. I didn't necessarily hate my experience with it. It was just that I was only playing it 20% of the time, and then I had to get shuffled over to other very difficult video games. So it probably wasn't the most fair way to, I guess, like, figure out what that game is.
Yeah, the problem with Bubsy is if a fly lands on you, you die. And I'm not exaggerating.
Yes.
Like, it's literally that capacity for how little health you actually have in that game.
Getting to see right there, chat, just how strong Reflect is. 2 simple Reflects were able to deplete the rest of Beast's health. Here in Beast Castle, because we did have the report, it was, I would say, one of our better leads, just knowing that there are 3 important checks here. We found one early on that I believe told me Dizzy Castle was a 3, so there's only one more still in the rest of that world. Probably not going to push that for a while because of that. You always got to look at, okay, how many important checks do I know is in a world? How long would it take me on both to get the next couple of checks? And then maximum, how long would it take me to check everything else there in the world? Because you don't know if it's the next thing or the very last thing in the game. Which it very well could be with Dizzy Castle, where they contain 2 of the toughest bosses in the game, Marluxia and Terra, Lingering Will. The one you got to see all of us do at this past GDQ.
So, Spike, real quick, after this boss, would you like to take a wellness break?
Let's do it. Absolutely. We're coming up on it. Gonna pop Shadow Stalker out right here. All right, that should be fine. Let's see if I can get off. Okay, the Sleeping Lion was long enough to where it barely poked him right after he popped out of the window. All right, so now we gotta take on Darkthorn, the second phase of it. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go for a aerial dodge into his ear. 1, 2, reflect that so that it reflects into him and causes a bunch of damage. And now we're gonna pop into Twin Howl. Looks like I actually whiffed a lot of that damage. And now I'm gonna use Beast Limit to keep him locked down and go for the kill. 2 more checks right there, neither one of them important, so they are putting these deep, chat. Zaldin or his Data variant could have the important checks still going. I'm going to go for 2 more checks here, just a little bit deeper on. Do 1 more fight. I wonder if I should go. Yeah, Final Form's already maxed out, so I probably won't bother.
Spike, I blinked and that fight was over. That fight takes me a lot longer than that. Granted, I'm on a lot more of a casual pace than you when it comes to this randomizer, but dang, that boss
We've been
just
playing it for a while, yeah.
That boss just disintegrated.
Let's make our way over.
Give me strength.
And I'm going to then extend this into a Final Form usage.
Give me strength.
Oh, we
To
should.
get a nice stagger. Oh.
Yeah, back off.
No, you're good.
Okay, and then let's get up to these 2 checks, and that'll be perfect, and then we can go for the wellness break. Let's kind of complete what we're doing here in Beast Castle, and then we will be on our way, chat. Again, like we always like to say, make sure always take breaks.
Yes.
Always making sure that you are taking care of yourself and your body. You only get 1 of these. So, make my way over. Let's see if we can at least get maybe 1 of these. Otherwise, it is a 2-pack. Oh, gosh. The game wants me to take a wellness break. I should just click ran up. Oh, and now they jump.
We'll talk about this after the break, but folks were asking because you and I have both played Hades for the first time in the past couple weeks. Now, again, we will be very careful to not spoil, but after the break, we can talk about that a little bit because that's something that me and Spike both did together. Not like on the same stream, but like independently, just completely unintentionally in the past 2 weeks. And it has been a wild ride for both of us.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to talking about that. With that, we can feel free to pause the timer.
Okay.
I'm going to stop it there for hour 1.
Why don't you count Richard down?
Okay, let's pause in 3, 2, 1, pause.
Awesome. Folks, as Spike said, again, please be sure to take a wellness break. And if you would like to follow Spike, remember, please drop all of these fantastic runners a follow. That is twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta. Again, that is twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta. Before we go on break, folks, remember that Frost Fatales is February 27th through March 5th. Use !FF in chat or go to gamesdonequick.com/framefatale for more information. And of course, as you know, Random Number Generation and GDQ Hotfix is brought to you by viewers like you. For the month of January, there is a special note about bits and subs. All revenue after taxes that GDQ earns from subscriptions and bits for the month of January will be donated to PCF. We reached 3.4 million. Let's see if we can get to 3.5 million. And with that, folks, everyone be sure to grab some water, hydrate, stretch, and we'll be right back with Random Number Generation. Woo. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I am joined here by the one and only Spike Vegeta, and this is Kingdom Hearts 2 FM Randomizer. Spike, are you ready to get this started?
I'm ready to get started. Let's get this sucker started in 3, 2, 1, go. And so, chat, I have rounded out the next things I'm going to do. I cheated just a little bit, and I looked in my inventory. I have a staff with the best limit in the game. Flare Force, Duck Flare, that's right. It's July 4th early here. We're taking this sucker down. So the first thing I am doing here is I'm going to have to reflect these nerds. Oh, let's actually do this then to stop what they were trying to do, the evil ploy. We got Donald back up off the floor.
I feel like there's a DuckTales reference here somewhere. I'm just missing
DuckTales, woo! When you want to kill things quickly, Duck Flare, woo!
Thank you.
Bring them back in. I'm gonna draw them away from the duck. Oh, we gotta go for the triple here right now. And then start the Duck Flare process. This limit is positively ridiculous, how much it does to them. So now what I'm going to do is we're going to go into this fight. I'm going to give him a hot reflect off the guard. A lot of people might remember that this is a very stupid fight, and you'd be right. Real quick, just checking to see, do I have anything that might be better suited for this? I do not. So let's just go. Okay. I believe we have 1 reaction boost. Yeah, so we can make that work. Yeah, chat, we'll be fine. Okay, so a lot of people remember Zaldin being a very, very, very difficult fight. I'm like 11 levels lower than you should be when you fight him, but that's fine. We're going to make it work. Ash out, make sure I get... I'm going to go ahead and do 1 more to make sure I have a full set of the jump stored right there. Oh no! I still had it on twin health. All right, chat, we're gonna try to make it work. All right, now we're just gonna try to get away. All right, we're gonna give him this DM. I'm gonna pop 1 ether to get that started to fill up. So we're gonna have to do a little bit of backup strats right here. Don't judge me, chat, don't worry. Okay, so he's over here. Actually do that and then get over to the side to stay away from that attack. Stay away from the duck so he does not try to take him down. All right, we saved it, chat. Rolling deep, as you say.
Yo.
That's an item slot. That's an experience boost. He's finally going to give me an important check, which is good because there's only 2 left in the game, and Data Zaldin has something important. So we did it. We got it. It's good. We can go get stronger with experience boost. That's kind of cool. Yeah, that means Data Zaldin has a check. But that's okay because we're trucking right along, moving on to the next thing. Do I have, like, any money? We did get Thunder. That's cool. I can get 5 ethers. Okay. A lot of duck flare strats are definitely built around like trying to keep the duck alive at all times. So I had to do a little bit of finagling there to make sure he was good. But now we're going to go on to our next cool thing, chat. Hour 2. We're just calling it Cool Things Hour. We're just doing cool stuff the whole time. I am now going to try to go jump over the trigger that makes you fight Shan Yu so we can get to the hype cave of this game. 8 big fat checks in the throne room of Land of Dragons. We want them. They're juicy, hot and fresh. They're coming in.
Back off.
Speaking of cool stuff here, so do you want to talk a little bit about Hades again? We want to be careful. We don't want to spoil.
I
We
forgot.
don't want to. Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah, Sky and I had never played this. I know Supreme, one of our friends, he was also playing through it this past week. He got out in like 12 attempts. Anyone who doesn't know what we're talking about, we're not going to talk spoilers, but holy buckets, you should go play Hades. Big recommend.
Yeah, Spike, you and I did a first finish about, I don't know, between 20 and 40 attempts. I have to go back and take a look at my actual one. I want to say mine was between 20 and 30.
20 and 30. Yeah, mine was like 33. You definitely gamed harder than I did. Yeah, Supreme got it in like 12. What was your favorite weapon? There are a lot of weapons in that game.
I love the fists. It helps me move my hands a little bit easier. However, there was one build of the sword I really liked, and that was, I called it the lifelink sword because if you play, again, back to magic, if you do damage, you get damage back, but the problem is just, the sword was a little more heavy duty on the hand than the fist too, so I ultimately went with the fist.
That definitely makes sense. For me, I was definitely a fist boy as well. I loved the fists. Definitely had some really fun builds with that. I also really liked the shield. Here's the biggest thing about Hades that I think is so fun. It is definitely a very difficult video game when you first get into it. You might think like, I'm never gonna beat this. It's so hard. Like, it's so punishing, obviously, what's going on. But then you get to the point you realize the game actually allows you to do 47 different instances of damage all at once, and you can just melt boss health bars. It's very fun. I'm gonna use Mulan's limit right here. That's like genuinely the best way for me to handle getting rid of these bolt towers.
If you're into trial and error, that is definitely the game for you. If you love learning stuff by making mistakes, that is like perfect for you.
All right, chat, I don't know if I actually have the juice to make this work, but we're going to, oh no, I definitely don't. Okay, we have prepped it up to that point, and we will come back in a little bit. I need to be able to jump a little higher, chat. So with that, I'm trying to think what I want to do. I could try, yeah, let's not do that. The bow, yeah. The bow was one, I never had a good feel for it. Yeah, I was a good aspect of Zeus shield fan. That one was really good.
Oh,
Big fan.
yes.
Okay, we need to make a play. We need to go into something unhinted. There's a lot unhinted right now. Let's go Port Royal. Port Royal looks great. He's a pirate, he's a pirate, he's a pirate, he's a pirate. Those are the real lyrics. Hope you all know that.
Do you typically...
Fire right off the bat.
Wow.
I'm getting paid out. Let's go.
Wow. I was going to ask, do you not go into Space Paranoids till the end because the checks are kind of spread out?
Yeah, there just isn't a ton in there. However, now I do want to go in there. Yeah, because now I have experience boost with a dumb. Oh, that could be positively filthy. Oh, they shouldn't allow me to do that. Let me see what the negative combo is on this thing. Yeah, let's go, Chad. There just comes a point in every scene where you just say, I want to be strong now. And we're going to go try to accomplish that as we speak. Auto limit. Oh, cool. I wish I went and got that first. Let me see here. So if I do that, yeah, put on auto limit just so it's there. I can go, oh no, chat. I feel so bad for the enemies that we are about to destroy right now. I can't believe we're allowed to show this on stream.
Oh, they're computer programs. I mean,
this is gonna be filthy. Oh, this is gonna be absolutely filthy. So I just put on double negative combo. Negative combo actually removes hits from your combo, as you would imagine. And that makes it to where the only thing I can do is that right there, explosion. Which one is it? Okay, cool. It's the far one. I am going to just do that, which double combo boosted should destroy all enemies. We'll see if things are a little weird. And because I have the experience boost, that means if I am at half or lower health, then I will get double the EXP. I'm only level 19 right now, so being higher than that sounds really, really cool. So let's see what we can do right here. Let's first just give him a kiss. Oh, wait, that's too much. That'll do it. That's good. We have double draw. Okay. Please, we want to see one-shots here, chat. So I'm level 19. Let's see. Okay, that does it. Oh, I'm so happy. Yes. All right, chat, keep track. Count with me. We're going to see how many levels I can get in the next 2 minutes. So we were at 19. We are now at 20. And now the enemies will infinitely spawn here as long as this minigame lasts. So now I'm going to chill right here and do this absolutely filthy level grind. Level 21, level 22, level 23, level 24, 25, 26.
oh, this is great, Spike.
27. Yeah, it's so much fun when you get a build like this that can do this. Now, I need to try to make sure I'm not going over half health, otherwise I'll drop out of EXP boost range. But as you can see, we're getting a lot of stats. This is a very strength-heavy seed, actually. Which is fine. Strength's always fun. You like to see the magic get up there a little bit, though. Magic's starting to catch up a little bit now. It just keeps going, chat. I saw a prediction of 36 in the chat. We saw a 34 prediction. We're about to hit 33. Possibly right here. Yeah, that's 32. 25 seconds left on the clock, chat. Can we make the predictions come true? Can we hit 34? Hey, we got a shot at 35. One more. Oh, yes.
Spike could be an auctioneer. I'm just saying after this.
Oh, I don't know if we're going to make it, chat. I'm trying. I'm going to have to go for one more here, and then we need to bail out right there. Because if you let this timer run out, you fail the minigame, and you don't get to keep any of that stuff. So that was a quick 15 levels. My strength is 52. Sora just went to the gym, my God. This man can't be stopped.
Where else would you recommend farming levels in Randomizer, Spike?
That is definitely, I think, the most fun spot to level up. I also think Twilight Town that we could go back to look for those important checks. Ooh, another high jump. That's great. I think that's another really good place where people will go to level up. That's kind of the two standard spots. And then if you aren't in good spots in either of those worlds, just doing it simply at the end of any of these worlds is really good. Or at the end of a world that never was, the final world of the game. That can also be very, very strong. Now, with that being said, let's put on... Ooh, that was a once more Keyblade. Don't want to put that on. That could be the best Keyblade. You know what? That Keyblade's fine. It'll keep us nice and safe during it as well. Let me take off the other negative combo so my combos aren't completely Poopy. Yeah, so let's go back to Twilight Town. Let's see if we can find out what is in the mansion. The big things I want to push right now, chat, are Twilight Town. I want to see if I can find the last two things. See if we left something back there in that one chest we left behind. Hopefully not. There's no way, right?
No.
Only time will tell.
Either. Like, can you believe that, Spike?
Hour 14, we have not seen a proof. We're doing a good job. We're not perishing anywhere. I think we're moving along this seed at a fine pace. But yeah, the proofs, they're buried. So we got to keep looking. I am so lucky I didn't get hit in the back by that sniper right there. Those shots do a ridiculous amount of damage. Even with all the leveling we just did, that would one-shot. So now I'm going to be utilizing Final Form Fire. It's only baby fire, but it'll still get the job done now that we got all those levels. Nice, very well done.
Spike,
yeah,
what is
fire very good for like locking the enemies down and keeping them take all that buzzsaw damage. You were saying, Sky?
What is the biggest blunder you've ever had happen to you in this randomizer?
Oh God.
I love
If that check is a proof, that would be it. That would for sure go to the top of the list. Oh, 2 high jumps. This is great. This is exactly what I wanted to see.
Yeah.
A reaction boost. Oh, we're finding all the good things here. But we're not finding... Oh. That's fine, that's fine, that's fine. Don't judge me, don't judge me. Yeah, there are... that would be a battle. I'm trying to think of what the other blunders would be. I don't know. Like, here's the thing. You play this game, you do the randomizer for this on the critical difficulty, which I don't recommend people starting with. It's very easy to take deaths and stuff literally all over the place. You'll get to the end of like a 4-minute fight with Terra or something, and you'll miss one block, and bam, there goes 4 minutes down the drain. Other than that, you know, it's kind of your standard randomizer stuff. Okay, there's one of them. A chance. Where, you know, literally anything could happen. And, you know, you just forget checks. You just forget they exist. And then all of a sudden, that's got your important stuff in it. Let's do just a small amount of leveling kind of just as we're going by here. I'm mainly just seeing if I can finish off this world with this check. Okay, there is still an important check left. I kind of have to push this. I could get... how close is final to leveling up? Oh, 2? I'll do that. Okay, now final is leveled up as far as it can go. I will, real quick, also just top off Master Form. So now I've got the stuff where I can do a throne room skip. The thing we were just about to do earlier.
Let's go.
Oh, well, it'll also get us there. Yeah, people bring it up in chat. There are 4 forms hinted. So just like 100 Acre Wood, if 100 Acre Wood has a proof, then all of the torn pages have to be hinted as well. 4 of our forms, or I guess 3 of them have been hinted.
Yeah.
So it could also be that. Okay, item boost. So item boost, great. Love to see that. Haven't seen anything important on drive so far. Let's put on that Blizzard boost. You might wonder earlier why I didn't go deeper into Port Royal. It's because I found a report that instantly told me Port Royal was a 3, and that was one of the 3 things along with the fire in those first 2 checks. So the value there was not super high whatsoever. Kind of mixing up where I'm going. So let's go do our next, at least like mini boss fight right now. Let's go take on the Betwixt Nobodies and the Axel fight right now. Gonna have once more on, gives me a little bit of protection.
This is one of my favorite rooms stylistically of the entire game. It just looks cool.
It looks so good. And it's a sad burial ground for one of my favorite characters in the series. But yeah, it's a well done scene for sure. So what I want to do here is I want to actually just stay right next to Axel, because the nobodies will inherently want to attack him.
No, you're down. Take this.
And then I will try to reflect that damage back at them. Pretty much the assassins right there will always want to go for him or do that long attack as soon as they spawn in. Oh, one more. Oh, he poked me in the nose. He booped me, chat.
Back off.
Okay, there's a kill, and we're done here. I did not leave. It might have been something good. I don't know, but it's nothing. It for sure was not a proof. Hallelujah. Thank the Lord. Oh, my goodness gracious sakes alive. Now what am I doing? I'm just looking left and right. I'm like, that looks bad. That looks bad. Yeah, LOD. Unhinted, but I can jump into the throne room. Let's go do it now. So I gained 2 instances of high jump back there. So my initial jump is going to be a lot higher than it used to be. And Master Form's now at level 5. So I would be shocked and surprised if I couldn't do it. Oh boy, my glide is level 1. So I'm just like, big start up, then dropping back down. Okay, Valor Form. So I need to get right up about here.
Light.
And then start climbing. I'm going to utilize a drive recovery here.
Give me strength.
I'm going to suspend myself in the air a little bit more, and then I'm able to completely go over the trigger zone for this Shan Yu fight right here. It's just those couple of squares back at the beginning, but the load zone for it goes up really high in the air, so I had to be able to give myself enough height to jump over that. Now, let's see if there's literally nothing in Land of Dragons. Come on, give me something. Well, bad. A report. World That Never Was is a 5. Horizontal slash, an amazing combo modifier. And that's enough to where, that's Chicken Little. Oh, I love this. An external finishing plus. That was so good. Chat, I'm so glad I came here. I am a good router of this video game. I love it. Reaction boost, finishing plus, aerial recovery. I'm going to put on Berserk Charge, and we're about to just go make Roxas cry. I'm sorry. This is going to be so sad. So I'm going to be utilizing a ability called Berserk Charge to get through these first couple of fights. Where if I put myself into a MP recharge state, I don't actually have Valor Form. That's fine. Then I gain a infinite combo. I have no finishers, but with that horizontal slash I just found, I can basically just do a ton of hits. If I time them all perfectly, I can chain together this infinite combo on Roxas and take him down in one combo, which I do like the prospects of because I have 50 strength. So let's see how this goes. Start with a reflect right here to just weaken him up just a little bit. Now I have to wait until I'm able to steal his Keyblades. He's going to try to dash around, do a couple attacks at me for a little bit. Dodge him to the side. Should get one more attack off here. And then with the Keyblades, I should have very little downtime in between my combos. Oh.
There.
Oh, it didn't work. Why not? Why not? Why didn't it work? He fell out of it. Okay, we're going to give it another shot here. I didn't have, like, a backup to go into because I probably should have used a high drive recovery so I could have gone into auto limit. Let me actually, I'm not using them for anything else, so let's just go for this. I tried to get away in some way, but I didn't really have a safety on me at that point. Not for the phase in the fight he was in. Let me see here. Boop, boop, boop. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, I know what I should have done. Ah, no, we got it, 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 we got this. I'm not sure why he fell out of it necessarily. I mean, I know why. I mistimed my combos, which happens.
Take that.
Alright, so he gets one attack. I need to use Kiraga earlier so that I don't have to, so that's 2 attacks from him.
Heal.
We gotta get back to him quickly. I need to get it before the pink bar runs out.
Light.
Oh, we're already down halfway. Oh, this is not going to last. Go, go, go.
Light.
Oh my gosh, did we save this? Oh, let's go, let's go. All right, we saved it.
Wow, nice spike.
Oh my Lanta. How? How was I dropping the combos that bad?
We did
Jittery
have a,
chat.
we had a question from chat, by the way. So, what difficulty is this? It looks really hard. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, Spike. Isn't there only 2 options? It's beginner and critical, yeah?
So there are actually 4 options for
Okay.
it. I wouldn't recommend, if you're going to get into this, I would either run it on beginner or critical. There is standard and proud, but and there's nothing wrong with running those inherently, but I think I would start with beginner, kind of learn all the fights, and once you feel pretty confident where you're not like getting hit a lot in fights, this game can cause deaths to you in on beginner. Forget crit. Absolutely, when you're trying to do some of these hard fights with very few tools.
Yeah,
But obviously, standard and proud, it goes up from there. And one thing that's really nice about crit is that you actually deal more damage than you would on the other difficulties. On
Yeah.
standard and proud, actually. So
I
you're a
was
bit more of a
good.
glass cannon build.
Don't play on standard. I did Roxas cheese and we timed it out. It had to be 7 minutes of me doing that one input because no one could figure out what it took on standard mode. Yeah, for that reason alone, don't do it on standard. It was terrible.
I would believe that. Yeah, I would absolutely believe that would be a problem. So let's make our way in. Now we're going to do Zigbar, where hopefully I can actually execute that strat correctly that I was talking about.
Betrayed us.
I suppose I could do a Valor form variant, because I have an external finishing plus. Yeah, so we're going to try to utilize a mixture of Duck Flare, Valor form, and Berserk Charge that I was talking about to take him out. Gonna give him the first 3 attacks right here, see where he spawns at, and then immediately go into the Duck Flare.
Give me strength. Take this.
Nice. Perfect fight. Beautiful stuff right there. Had to hyperextend that combo there by going into the second finisher of Valor form, reverting, doing an attack into a fire to give myself enough time for the Duck Flare to refresh, and then go into the other Duck Flare and take him out. So as bad as we messed up the Roxas fight, pretty happy about that.
Spike, while we're in between fights here, did you want to talk about what else you do on your stream and where folks can find you?
Yes, absolutely. People can follow me over on twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta, where I like to do a lot of fun gaming, a lot of speed runs. Another torn page! We get torn pages over on my channel. No, I'm sorry. Where we like to find torn pages. We like to play Cage 2 Rando. We like to play Zooter. I've actually been playing Final Fantasy X casually for the first time ever on stream the last few days. That game is so good. I just went through the laughing cutscene. That was perfect. I had no idea. That game is an absolute banger. Anyone who's never played it. I also went through Blitzball, which I was like, I don't hate this. I also don't love how they presented it to the player. So now we got Lux Sword right here, where I'm going to be utilizing Limit Form.
This is it. Take this.
Don't let Spike fool you. Spike is an absolute blitzball gamer. I'm just saying, you gotta go check out the action of it.
Listen, I got a second try. I was pretty happy about it.
This is it.
Let's actually utilize an explosion loop right here. I'm going to try to get him stuck in a combo where he just always is going to want to refresh his cards, and then hopefully go for the kill with Limit Form at some point.
Take this.
Oh, he's going to break out now.
This is it.
By just delaying my explosion there just a little bit to where it hits him and the cards, giving you that stagger right out of it. Yeah, I'm going to be a little low on drive right here. I can hopefully use Limit Form to take out Psyx. Limit Form, my favorite form in the game. You basically take on the clothes and the limits of Kingdom Hearts 1 Sora. So you can use stuff like Ars Arcanum, Ragnarok, and more to do all your dirty work. 2 torn pages set. We have found half the important checks in the game, which is cool. We're moving along at a fine pace. Here's the problem. We have 0 proofs. We actually don't have a single darn proof. Now, every torn page we have has been hinted. 100 Acre Wood has not. Chat, y'all want me to go Yeet the Bear, don't you?
Yes. Please.
We're 1 page away. We're like, maybe we won't beat Final Xemnas, but we're going to try to Yeet the Bear tonight. We'll try to make up my redemption arc.
I predict that 2 of the proofs will be close together. There's no way at this point.
Thinking 2 of them are going to be right on top of each other. Very well could be the thing.
Yeah.
So I'm going to try to get Psyx in just a little bit of a loop right here.
Yeah. Take this. Donald.
No exit.
Let's go.
Yeah, I messed up my menuing there just a little bit, so I got to give him an extra DM. Walk in. Got to wait out here just a little bit, and then swing her up, put on the delay, wait for that to fill up.
Take this.
I misjudged you.
Take this.
All right, nice. That was a weird deflection I did on him. Yeah, Duck Flare, as you can see, the best limit in the game. Really good tool for just putting out a ton of ridiculous damage at once. Oh, man. We just read our next hint. Hollow Bastion, its 3rd important check telling us that Hollow Bastion is a 5. So basically what we're learning from this is stuff is all over the place. This is a very spread out sea, but it's been fun. I've had a good time with it so far. Gotta do a lot of fun combat strats. Probably the weirdest thing about the build is I don't have any good gap closers. So I'm getting to enemies, but I'm having to do a lot of jogging. I'm getting my steps in for the day, trying to find them. Oh, no, let me open the chest. Money pouch. That's a great thing to see. That actually has $5,000 in it. Oh, let me open your thing. I complained about it, chat, and what does the game do? It gave me lemonade. Let's go. Oh, that's going to kill me. Oh, it didn't kill me. And we got upgraded to Thundara. Very nice. Can we get one more really good check? No, we can't. Okay, well, that's good enough. Slide dash, great ground gap closer right there. And there is still, chat, 1 important check left in the world that never was. Right here, Xemnas 1 will give me 3 checks. But then there is Data Xemnas right afterwards. He could have the last important check, which we're getting to the point check. I'm finding all these other not proof important checks. We might have to do some data fights tonight. 1, 2, 3. Starting off, make sure we get this last RC with the double reaction boost we have. That's going to do big damage to him, especially with the 50 strength stat. Yeah, he already lost like 4 bars of health. It's no biggie. And I'm going to thunder him right here.
This is it. It's over. Give me strength. Back off. Back off.
Utilizing more limit form. Oh, no. Sky. Oh, no.
What? Oh, you
Oh,
know
no.
what this means.
And we got a 50-50. This is data zemness. Oh, my Lanta.
Yo,
Chad, I
get your-
can't handle this.
get your-
It's not. He had a blizzard. We're out. We're not doing it. We don't have to fight data zemness tonight. She wanted to see the data zemness tonight.
I wanted to.
She wanted it so bad, chat. But instead, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? We're going to go to Hollow Bastion because that is 5 and the world is blue.
You want to know what I want to see more than that? I want to see the bear get yeeted.
You want to say to me, yeah.
That's at the top of the list for me tonight. I want to see you eat the bear, please.
Golly. It's weird. So we're down to only 3 reports left in the game, and 100 Acre Wood has not been hinted. So it's hard to know exactly how to play that. Do you go to it? Because obviously, if it's never hinted, the proofs were never going to be there. And then obviously, that was a big old waste of time.
Well, other than a data fight, I would settle for a Sephiroth fight. I do love watching those.
Sephiroth, he's at the end of this world, the biggest world in the randomizer. Hollow Bastion, tons of checks here. We know a 5-pack of the 22 remaining. Almost a quarter of the important checks left in the seed are in this world. That's why we're here, chat. That's why we're doing it. Oh, and there's one of them. Oh, and an accessory slot. I'm popping off. I can't handle how much I'm popping off, chat. Let's go, yeah. Shadow Archive. Looks great. Looks great. Love it. Love it. Poggers. LOD is a 2, is what that told us. So all that confirmed was that LOD is done. We already got both the important checks there. Both were in the throne room. Chicken Little in the report. Chad, I told you it was just going to be a 3-proof seed. As turns out, I genned a 50 for 50 seed. You're just going to see the whole darn game. All of the content will be yours for the time being.
I mean, this is great content. I don't know.
That's
I don't know
pretty
if
solid content.
I don't know. I don't know if as a randomizer player you want to see this, but as us watching, we're having a great time with this.
You are seeing every boss in the video game get taken down. It's great. I didn't know I would gen this.
Give me strength. Back off.
Limit form, to note, also levels up from just using limits. So that's why you're going to see me spam them a lot when I'm in it. Pride Lands is the one. Okay, we've gotten 2 reports from Hollow Bastion. They have confirmed that LOD, Land of Dragons, and Pride Lands, you don't got to do them anymore. We're up to 30, and Data Sultan's on the board.
That's good too, because the end of Pride Lands is rather lengthy, so that's always a good thing to confirm.
Yeah, a lot of slow, honestly, not great fights. Scar's like one of my least favorite fights in the entire game. He feels very clunky to do. So yeah, we're not going to do it. We're just not going to do it, chat. You can't make me. You can make me eat the bear, but you can't make me go back and fight Scar. Not doing it. Don't care. All right, so making our way through Hollow Bastion. That was the first, like, 1/6 of it right there. There are a lot of things left for us to do. We might even be fighting through the Cavern of Remembrance here pretty soon. A Final Mix exclusive area that a lot of people have never been into. This right here, this wall, it's going to be broken pretty soon. And it's got some of the most deadly Heartless in the entire game in it, ready to wreck our world left and right. But with the power of Chicken Little and double negative combo, we hopefully won't have to deal with that.
Yeah, those the cars look innocent. They are not. Those are really
awful.
scary basic enemies.
Yeah, those hot rods, they are big, big joiks. The proof of peace! We've done it, chat! We found a proof! It took an hour and 37 minutes, and the 31st report check. Oh, we might not be fighting through. Oh, we
really?
got Peter Pan. There's only one left all of a sudden. Do I hedge my bets?
Is it on Sephiroth?
Sephiroth is much deeper in the world. It could be, though. It could be. There's one left. Again, it could be the next thing we open up. It could be Sephiroth. I'm going to go a little deeper here for sure. Oh, my Lanta. All of a sudden, only one left here. Well, it'd be a bit of a time commitment to get this one. I'm thinking, now I'm looking over. Ooh.
Looking at
Chat,
it, like,
we're about to have what we call in the randomizer community a casino situation. If you look at the tracker below me, Hollow Bastion, 1 thing left. Olympus Coliseum, 2 things left. Ooh, big value. Halloween Town, 1 thing left. Beast Castle, one thing left. Disney Castle, one thing left. Port Royal, one thing left. We could go any which way we want. It's really just up to you. And whoever guesses right would win this in a race situation. Yo, Duck Flame. End this one.
Probably go either Halloween Town or Olympus Coliseum.
Yeah, Olympus Coliseum's got a 2-pack in it, so it does have higher value. And there's also, there is only one. Okay, so here's what needs to happen. We need to clear every blue world, because I also didn't realize we now have, chat, 12 of our 13 reports. So there is only one report left out there in the game. So you basically, because of that, the odds that your other proofs have already been hinted are very, very high. Always love doing that movement right there where you just kind of barely get up on the ledge and then you land yourself with a glide.
Hey, Spike, is the Promise Charm in this seed?
It is not. Yeah,
Okay.
So that's another good one I recommend if you're a beginner getting into these, because you can utilize that and completely skip over the world that never was, like I did back there, or rather that I did not do back there. So let's bring in Chicken Little. Chicken Little is a very, very strong summon right here, because he can basically keep enemies on lockdown, and have them always try to like get zipped in on you right here. Ooh. Didn't like that at all. This Hot Rod doing his worst.
Yeah.
Make sure I get rid of the Shaman right here.
Back off.
All right, taking out the first wave of Deadly Heartless. Chicken Little putting in work. My boy Zach Braff taking him out left and right. But yeah, he'll basically, if you are like a medium distance away from enemies, then Chicken Little will draw them all in and stun them for you. Very, very helpful summon right there.
Back off.
That probably also gets the other one good. Also got Aerial Spiral, a really, really good aerial-based gap closer. Let me actually put that on, but I'm actually also going to go back to my double negative combo build, because with Chicken Little, that should actually be very, very effective for taking out this next set of enemies. I'm going to dismiss Chicken Little so I can summon him later on, so he'll actually be able to follow me. And yes, he is very little. That is a tiny chicken. That is definitely, that's not even the 3-finger combo meal back there. Chat, what is your favorite fast food chicken? Yeah. I need to know. Can you show me?
Hey, Spike, you ever have Bojangles?
I have never had Bojangles. Is it good?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it's, they have a Cajun filet biscuit there that's quite good.
Oh, no. Don't even talk to me about biscuits. I'm sitting there, I have to keep playing this video game. I'd stop it right now to get some Bojangles. That sounds great.
Come visit at some point. We got one a couple minutes from us.
All right, all right, all right. You've already convinced me.
Let's go.
All right, chat. So bringing out Chicken Little.
It's over. Hold it. It's over.
So we're going to try to stay a medium distance away from the enemies, and then just do this.
Back off.
Walk away, bait away from them.
It's over.
When you walk away, it's in the song, it's in the lyrics of this video game. Bring him in, bring him in, bring him in. Oh,
Back off.
and they're dead. It's great. Those are two of the hardest fights in the game, and with the power of Chicken Little double negative combo explosion, we took them out, chat. Now let's get off this Keyblade, go find something else. Find something that could be more fun. What was the one I found that was cool? I don't even remember. What was the good Keyblade? Oh yeah, once more.
Yeah, I
Stay
was
nice
gonna
and
say it's the Galway. I think that is a really cool looking Keyblade that you don't get a chance to use in vanilla too much because there's just so many other Keyblades that outclass it by this point.
Yeah, its primary function in the base game is actually as your experience boost Keyblade. You get that from Yuna. Again, part of the Final Fantasy X-2 crew. They're fairies in this game. Why? I don't know. I didn't play that game, and I don't even think it makes sense in the context of that game. There's still the one important check here. I probably should have just left this place. after I got the 4, but I was like, oh, what if it's just the next thing? And like I said, I'm wanting to actually clear out any and all of the blue worlds. And Sky, I'm actually going to take your advice.
Yeah.
I think Olympus Coliseum is a great play right now.
Yeah, it's not that big of a zone. Pretty easy to get past enemies. And again, the only other one, if it was just all 1 check apiece versus the 2 checks at Coliseum, I'd probably go Halloween Town again just because it's a shorter world.
Right. All right, we're going through it. We got a good aerial spiral, but that was about it, chat. So we're now going over to Olympus Coliseum, seeing if we can find the 2 important checks over here as fast as we can. And this is what I really like about this randomizer when we get to utilize this hint system, is that you're constantly gauging, okay, OC is a 2. What does that mean? Like, is that good value? Is that bad value? What does that mean in the context of everything else that we know and have access to? Sadly, right now, chat, we could go post-game, but there's only 1 report left, and that report has to point to 100-acre wood for a proof to be there. There very well might be some good stuff there, but obviously we are on the lookout for proofs and proofs alone at this point. We feel nice and strong. We got a very good build. Loving the slide dash into the explosion-based ground combo. We got aerial spiral, horizontal slash, rocking in the air. But we only have 1 of our 3 proofs. We're coming up on the 2-hour mark. I gotta find these suckers. And I'm gonna spoiler log dive it at our 2-hour wellness break. I don't want to have to do that. So I'm gonna go through these worlds as fast as I possibly can. Starting here with Olympus Coliseum. You can see I've already dumped through those first 7 checks. Now going into the Hades Escape segment.
This isn't a Hades escape. Spike, you know what a real Hades
I know,
escape
right?
looks like.
Golly. I tell you what, can we just maybe when we come back for hour 3 after the wellness break, we just boot up a Hades seed?
Oh, that's...
I call it a seed because it feels like a randomizer. I think there actually is like a randomizer to that game.
Well, we do randomizer adjacent things on this show, so maybe that's something I gotta look into in the future.
You
Just have it
should.
on.
Oh, come on. I think roguelikes are honestly perfect for random number generator.
Oh, yeah.
It's literally a random number generator. It's just not a community-built random number generator. You let these enemies, bait them over to the side, let them walk into me, hit them with the reflect. They didn't see it coming. Oh, I got punched in the face. That sucked. Bait these enemies over here. Oh. This shadow. Oh, this shadow. Trying to mess up my day. Gonna walk in, reflect that, make sure everything eats all that, and make my way out.
Don't get punched in the face so much, Spike.
I know. It's honestly not recommended for your health. Need to do extreme measures, Hades. Which one? Extreme measures is the one where like the bosses do the hokey pokey, right?
Oh,
Turn themselves about.
Yeah.
I only did it for the first couple bosses. Yeah, we did the hokey pokey a few times.
Did you see who your companion was for this area, Spike?
Yo, this absolute gamer Orin right here, I'm finally figuring out his story in Final Fantasy X. He's kind of a baller. Yeah, I like it. He just got back into my party because, again, I just got through like the Blitzball segment and everything. And the reveal when he comes in, the cutscenes. I gotta tell you, chat, Final Fantasy X, we're just like chit-chatting about FF10. For a 2001 video game, Square, and an early PS2 game, Square had it figured out. That game aged so well, especially like in the graphics and like the cutscene presentation department. Very, very impressive. He does have my single favorite line in Kingdom Hearts 2 when Hades summons him. And he's like, I am the Lord of the Underworld. And Orin's like, see now why nobody wants to die. I popped off. 18-year-old me when this game came out, don't do the math. I was popping off. That was the coolest line in the entire game. I couldn't believe he said that. Just absolutely destroyed Hades on live TV. I guess they know Orin pretty well. Square also made Orin. Right here, we just have to defeat all these urns and pick up enough orbs to get to 100. I don't have anything that makes these go super fast. I'm just kind of waiting till the big urn spawns in. Oh, poopy. Okay. That was it. Okay. So we're going through, we're making our way downtown in Olympus Coliseum. We are about to hit the mother load of checks. Quite a few here down in the underworld. All right. Sky, you know what? I'm done routing this scene. I don't want to route it anymore. So I'm going to give you options, and you tell me what you want me to do. Because in all honesty, these are all pretty equal plays that I'm looking at.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to see me push through Hollow Bastion and potentially fight Sephiroth at the end of all of it?
Depends on how long it is to get to the end. Right now, I know chat was saying something about Disney Castle earlier. Disney Castle and Halloween Town would probably be some of the shorter calls there.
Yeah, it all depends on, obviously, like, how deep they are. We found another one! The proof of non-existence!
Hey!
There's one proof left in the diggly dang game, chat. There's one left in here. All right, we're at 2 down. All right, so what that confirms is we do not need to fight Terra. The proof of connection cannot be on Terra, even though, funny enough, in the base game, that's where you find it. Yo, the other experience boost? Oh, you shouldn't have, game. That actually doesn't really mean much anything right now, because we're already very strong.
I'm going to take credit for that fun, because I told you to.
That was pretty good. Yeah, you told me to go to OC. That was 100% Sky's call.
Part of it is Demix is actually one of my favorite characters in the game, and I wanted to see him.
Yeah, I love him. So I'm going to utilize, as you guys can see, a lot of Duck Flare to clear out all of his water clones as fast as I can. So you know what, Sky? You called it the first time.
Yeah.
You said go to, like, Halloween Town?
Yeah, because it's short. I'm just trying to
Alright.
think of, like, the shorter checks here.
Should have used just a third instance of Duck Flare. All right, OC still going. At this point, I'm at least pushing through the end of Hydra. There's one left here. It's the last torn page. It's the last. Oh my gosh, chat.
You have to eat the bear now. We got time.
Oh
for you to
my
eat the
gosh.
bear.
All right. I will do this for you, Sky. The odds are very low that it's in 100 Acre Wood. The last word has to go there, but I will go there just for you. I will go there. We will yeet the bear, chat. We will go all the way through this sucker. We're about to get every single check.
Yes.
All right. So here's what we're going to... Okay, let me actually get some. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Chat, there are 10 important checks left in the game. I want you all to pick anywhere between 0 and 10. How many do you think are going to be in 100 Acre Woods? We're going to full clear it. We're going to do literally every single one of the checks in this world. Just for you, ending with, of course, the yeetest of the bears. We got about 40 seconds left in this minigame to get in your predictions in chat. I'm going to be writing them all down. I'll be checking the list twice. I need to know how many of the 10 you think are in here. And again, 0 is a completely valid guess. Honestly, I bet you, if I had to guess, I'm going to go with 3. Sky, what's your guess?
I'll go with 2, reasonably.
All right, 2. That's pretty reasonable.
By the way, first time doing this, because you get increased speed in the randomizer here, folks. I've taken a lot of deaths to this.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I have a hard time, because I've actually never played that game with the normal speed, so I don't know what it feels like. I feel like I would go back and be like, oh my gosh, you can do so much in this time. Yeah, it's fun. A lot of stuff like that was sped up for the purpose of just making the randomizer a little faster. All right, chat, it is not 0. It is at least a 1. Our first magnet of the video game at Kanga's house.
Have you ever found like a super loaded 100-acre wood? Like that was just the place where everything was happening.
I've seen 100-acre wood as like a 7. Like, yeah, it's...
Wow.
I've seen some huge... And there's only 24 checks here. It's actually one of the... It's actually probably on these settings with the new logic. It is the tiniest world in the game. But, yeah, I've seen it. I've seen 100-acre woods packing. Sorry to all the people that guessed 0 out there. Not going to work out for you. I'm going to, just because I'm used to this, I'm going to run ahead and just open the 6 chests, and then we'll turn around. Because afterwards, we got to do a little escort mission part of this. I'll call them out as we see them, chat. Again, Magnet, the first one of the important variety. Yo, scan run. We got our second scan. None in here. If you were guessing 10, I'm pretty sure it's already off the table.
This was such a goofy minigame to do the first time, the Spooky Cave.
Yes, it is.
I think this was, we'll say loosely based off of Pooh's Grand Adventure. Like, at least
I think
looks
so.
familiar.
Oh. I just gotta say, I'm a big fan of Winnie the Pooh, so I feel sad that I didn't eat the bear, but it's much funnier that I did in the GDQ. It was great having the heel turn. So there is actually some tech going on here in Spooky Cave that there are 3 different B trigger zones, and these little jumps I'm doing is actually jumping over them. So it stops them from having to get stopped, and instead we just go straight to Pooh Bear, start talking to him. All right, chat, if you were a believer in 7, it's about to not be correct. Whoa, whoa, actually it is still correct. Wisdom and Thunder. There is at least a 3-pack here. Now, to find out if there was a proof. That actually does give us all of our forms.
I want the proof to... You have no idea how much I want proof to be on Yeet the Bear. Like, I really wanted the last proof to be here.
I'd be popping off. Finishing Leap's actually a great combo modifier. All right, chat, we're doing it. I didn't do it on the last time I was on the GDQ stage doing this. We're doing it now. A solid yeet. You can max out at $99.99. Anything else here? No. If you guessed 3, I think I guessed 3. That was great.
Wow.
So proud of myself.
I was close and I didn't go over. Technically, I'm doing well on Price is Right rules.
Yep, very strong performance there, Sky. All right, so we full cleared it. It did not have the proof, as I was imagining. But also some other fun logic that I'm able to determine off of that, chat, is that dry forms, because all of them have to be hinted in addition to dry forms itself, drives cannot have the proof. So I'll do some leveling of it here and there just for some tools, but for the most part I just want to end the fights quickly. So I'm not going to be leveling up like Valor, Wisdom, or anything like that. Let's go for another combo here.
I'm hoping this pick works out. I mean, I wanted to see the bear yeeted anyways, but I hope the last proof is right.
Oh, stop it. Let's do that. Mainly just trying to push him to his last phase right here, and then we're going to drop into final form. That was pretty cool. Once we got the combo going, you can link your magic. One thing that is so beautiful, chat, about Kingdom Hearts 2 combat is that you can sort of effortlessly weave your magics into your physical combos. So you can go for like a physical gap closer, then like a fire or something you saw right there, and then immediately go into your ground-based finisher, your air-based finisher. Very, very satisfying stuff. Yeah, Final Form is also just extreme. Final Form, Master Form, Limit Form. There's so much swag all over the place.
That's right.
All right, we're taking Sky's routing option. We are going here into Halloween Town. Which, in all honesty, like, even beyond just being like, Sky, like, give us some routing options. I actually do think this was the best play.
I've been
Looking at
watching
what, I think, I would say this, then Disney Castle. then Hollow Bastion, and then Port Royal. Because I have to stay in the blue worlds right now. It could be in Agrabah, it could be in Beast Castle, but because there's only one world remaining, it would actually be very risky to go for that because the logic is pretty low at this point. That it could be that.
No one wants to see Agrabah 2. I'm no pro on this, and even I know you don't want to see Agrabah
Yeah,
2.
you know, like Agrabah 2 is just no fun. It's just a poopy time. All right, Oogie Boogie giving us a quick run, giving us a Mega Elixir. Not the important checks we're looking for. Let's go in. We know we got Trinity Limit right here. Let me actually switch my build over to Magnet.
Goofy!
Put Goofy in the party. So we're already on the limit page. And what I'm going to try to do is a technique called the Magnet Shuffle. So I'm going to lock on, shoot out Magnet, and then start Trinity Limit.
Gather!
Hey, Spike, maybe a wellness break after you're done with this world.
Yeah, sounds great. Yeah, I'll be through this one in just a couple minutes. And then it looks like, sadly, Chad, I did my best. But we're going to have to spoiler log where this sucker is.
Really? Is there still just that much more game left where if you cast wrong in the last place, it could take a while?
Actually, you know what? We're playing pretty well.
Yeah.
You know what? I don't have to spoiler log it.
I mean, unless we're like really riding up against the 230, then I can get that. But I actually think it's kind of fun watching the mystery of where this is.
Yeah, it could be anywhere. You know what? We're not looking it up. We're actually, I didn't even think about it. We're at 38 because I found once more. It's on a Keyblade, so there are 12 important checks left in the game.
Yeah, y'all, if you are enjoying Spike's gameplay and commentary, because both are really hard to do at once, honestly, please go give Spike a follow. That is twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta. I always have a great time in Spike streams, and Spike, I was going to ask you right before the break here, what other games are you thinking about playing this year? Anything catching your eye?
Oh, there's so many things I'll be playing. Elden Ring, when it comes out next month, we are so in there like swimwear. I love the Soul series, so definitely big poggin for that. Get Donald back into the party. I also have a bunch of other incentives I need to do. After Final Fantasy X, I'll be playing Persona 4 Golden. I'll be playing Fire Emblem 7. Yeah, there's a bunch of Yakuza 0. I've got a whole list of games I need to start playing through on stream here pretty soon. And just doing speedruns of Kingdom Hearts 2, Kingdom Hearts 1, Final Fantasy 9 I want to do here pretty soon again. Dongyang Country, Tropical Freeze, lots of cool stuff.
Spike and I, along with a group of our friends, second Sunday every month, we do 5-card Forbidden Memories, which is super fun to play and watch.
Yes, we need to do more of those.
Yeah, that was how I got my hour PB. I got so mad at the run we did on the last race.
I can't believe you cut the 3. Just actually instantly.
Casually cutting the 3 on Forbidden Memories 5-card, you know. Just casually. It now it was only, here's how ridiculous that PB was in the 5-card. My GDQ estimate, I think we had it at 3 hours, so now my 5-card time is lesser than the GDQ estimate for 15 cards.
That's ridiculous.
Yes, I know, right?
That's absolutely ridiculous. How did you do that? I've done a lot of 5-card runs. I have come nowhere close to cutting the 3. My PB is actually still on your show of Random Number Generator from last year. I was like, how did we get this luck?
Maybe sometime, maybe later this year, we can do just you and me to see if one of us can get a PB. I know that's PB precipice technically, but there's a little bit of a spread over with Random.
We make it work. Yeah. All right, so here's the final boss of Halloween Town. We're finishing up this play right now. Going into the Vexen fight, and he's a cold boy. He does not like the heat. So we're just going to absolutely meat grind this idiot with Final Form Fire right there. Okay, man, I know you got it. Give it up. What do you got? And then we're going to take it one more wellness break. Then we'll come back. There's only so many checks left in the game. The game's got to give it to me at some point. Another reflect was here. All right, and with that, I'm gonna give you a pause here in 3, 2, 1, pause.
All right, folks, we are going to be going on our second and final wellness break here. Remember, we do have aimbot on right after the show, so plenty of great programming still here on GDQ Hotfix. As a reminder, if you are watching on YouTube, go to twitch.tv/GamesDoneQuick if you're interested in looking at our live content, starting most nights at 7 p.m. Eastern. All right, folks, be sure to stay hydrated, stretch. We'll be right back with Random Number Generation. Welcome back to Random Number Generation. I am joined here by the Spike Vegeta, and we are playing Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix Randomizer. We don't have too much more to go, and aimbot is coming up right after this, so let's dive back into it, Spike.
All right, let's get this sucker started in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, we're making our way over to Disney Castle. Be able to take out some mob fights right here, and hopefully find our proof. There's only 11 important checks left in the game. There's not much left in the entire seed chat. So we got about, hopefully within the next 30 minutes, we're going to find this sucker. Let's go ahead and first start off. Let's get some more Zach Braff on screen. There's more Chicken Little's always good for the soul. Draw them in. Bait them out. Draw them in. Bring in another group.
You know, using the summons in this game is not as intuitive as it is in the first game. When I played this through casually, I didn't even use the summons because it just didn't seem obvious how to use them.
Oh, yeah, that's for a lot of people. You maybe brought out like one summon, and the summons use up your drive gauge chat, just like your drive forms do. So for a lot of people, they just wanted to use the cool drive forms. They didn't want to mess with these. Summons are so overpowered, chat. They're so good. Glad Chicken Little is getting a chance to show off here on the GDQ stage.
My favorite summon is actually from the first game, and that's Tinkerbell.
Tinkerbell's great. Oh, yeah. She's great. And she's very simple, straightforward. Just like, yep, she gives you some HP refills, and she's one free re-raise if anything goes too haywire. I did. We went down what I was pretty sure, chat, was a barren 100-acre wood. We got, honestly, it does make up other time because I know now that it's not on a drive form, which I would not have known if I didn't go all the way through 100-acre wood. So there was definitely some benefit. I'll get some of that time back. But right now, chat, we're seeing if the seed just wants me to 100% the sucker. Again, we only need the 3 proofs. We found 2 of them now. Both last hour. Both of them last like 30 minutes. Let's actually go over here. Dump Trinity Limit into the wall. Little speedrun strat there so that the initial explosion of Trinity Limit just clears out the rest of the enemies there. And now the checks start popping up, chat. Let's see how long we got to go to find this. Not right there. Going to Boat Pete. The good thing about facing Pete is both portions of the fight here is 5 checks. And I know I don't have to fight Terra either way. So at most I might have to take on Marluxia at the end of all this. Still a cool boss fight, for sure. But again, we know Terra cannot be holding this last proof that we need. He may have something else. He might have the last important check. He actually just rear up. Oh, it's going to give me the 1 cycle? Let's go. Rolling. And there's Fantasia. There's the other really good Donald limit. Not as good as Duck Flare, not even close, but still very, very solid.
What's that for?
Right here, we're going to try to lock Pete down. Gonna try to go in for some aerial combos right here. It deals the perfect amount of damage. And puts him right at those HP gates where he'll want to transition into the next phase. So I'm actually trying to delay my initial approach there so that I hit his bowling ball back at him. Oh, I couldn't get out of the way, dude. Classic Pete. And I do mean classic Pete, the old Pete. He was stuck there, dude. And now we're going for the Duck Flare finish. All right, there's the Grand Ribbon, which is a great piece of armor, probably the best in the game, but that's not what we're looking for. Coliseum map, I don't need to I don't need any help finding my way. That's not it. That's not it. It's nothing on Pete. All right, let's go back in and face Marluxia. It just keeps going, chat. It just keeps on going. All right, let's see. What's my Keyblade situation at? If I go to final form, let's get a big magic stat, chat. Let's go right there. And once more is cool, but I need more magic. Is that going to be the one we go for? Let's actually take the air combo boost one. And see, Full Bloom Plus, Cosmic Arts. Yeah, that looks good. That looks good. Now my magic is over 50 in regular form. Where is it? That's right, chat. We're doing our next super boss right here. We're taking on Marluxia. Want to make sure I've got fire on. And the reaction boost will be good because these first, whenever I use one of his reactions, it will do a ton of damage to him, actually. So I'm giving up the once more for more stats right here, but that will make it to where I'm much more susceptible to death, unfortunately. Alright, he's going to get the initial one. I'm going to double reflect here, doing a ton of damage, making sure it goes off, then utilize the reaction command right here, knocking him up in the air. There's that. Guard his retaliation. Now fire him to stagger him in the middle because the fire will be working for constant frames there. Catch him again. Probably going to go for one more loop of this. Yeah, probably going to went for one more. But now I'm going to try to utilize all of Final Form Fire here. Again, it's only baby fire, so it doesn't do a ton of damage, but it will be a start. Now he's going to get his DM off right here. It's the one problem with coming here with only baby fire, but at a certain point, that's what you get. Now he's going to get his DM. Going to pop an ether, so I'm full on ethers, or I'm full on MP right now. Now go in a circle, trying to avoid these deathly pools right here. Will still do a ton of damage. Let's actually, yeah, I optioned out of that really quickly for the double reflect into the reaction command. And then Duck Flare for the dub.
Wow.
All right, is it one? If it's not one of these, we know we don't have to fight Terra. He has an important check, but that will not be the one we need. It isn't! We took him down. We found it. Let's go, dude. Let's get out of here.
That is a rough fight to have a proof on. Oh my goodness.
Wow. Oh my gosh. We actually gave Richard the spoiler log before this, just so he could like bet it, and he was like, you'll probably find it. That was, all right, we picked the right spot. A lot of times, yeah, people asking in chat, why do you pause buffer? A lot of times I'm pause buffering simply because it will allow me kind of a little bit of time just to think and see what attack is coming up from the boss.
So, I have a randomizer question here now that you're on the final gauntlet. So, is there any reason why you all do these fights? Why doesn't it just cut to the final fight?
It checks for a little more. Kind of doing all 4 of these fights is a bit of a check on like different tools you have, because you might have a build that is really good at doing the final boss fight with like final Zemnis, but you don't necessarily have the tools to take on this final mob fight here. So it's another thing you have to kind of think about in your routing of, okay, what's going to be the best way for me to handle these mobs as opposed to a solo fight. Same with the armored Zemnis fights in the middle. Kind of makes it feel a little more traditional, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, I noticed the auto-scroller of the final gauntlet was left out, though, as a quality of life thing. I do like that.
Yes. That is like 3 minutes of Dragon Zemnis. We've seen it enough times. I think right here the play is actually bring out Chicken Little, because he will actually whistle to them and knock all of them away. All right, good. I got the initial one taken out. And then we'll be utilizing Chicken Little mixed with Magnet into Explosion to hopefully just shred through this copy of enemies. So again, I'm trying to kind of manipulate where Chicken Little is to make him try to whistle. And then as soon as any of these enemies just get touched, you look at them, they'll fall into the core right here. One more group of them. All right. Now we drop down, gotta deplete the first health bar of this engine. That'll spawn in the first of 2 nobody waves right here. And then I just want to stand up against the wall. That'll draw them in with Chicken Little. Take them out with the power of Zeus. Another grouping. Oh, he's gonna jump in, Nate. Oh, I thought he was gonna jump.
Yeah. This is it.
Taking out the last of it with Duck Flare, popping an ether with that double item boost, giving me basically a full refill on my MP. That'll be enough for it to come back. And then I hope y'all like Duck Flare because we're using it one more time here on Armored Xemnas 1. Going immediately into the finisher, going for one more explosion to finish it off. Armored Xemnas 1 down. We got 2 fights left, chat. And then we are on to our next show. Sky, give me any plugs because I know we're going right up against the hour. What's the next show coming up? And we got another show tomorrow night with you, me, and Richard, the same trio, coming back on tomorrow night.
Yes, so immediately after this, we do have Aimbot. Always a fun show. Y'all should definitely stick around and check that out. Tomorrow night, I will have my second show. I have a show every other Tuesday and Wednesday together. That will be Mercy Kill for those of you who are new from the most recent AGDQ. Mercy Kill is a show where we plot runners who are very rusty at their games against a timer of their choosing. And we see who wins, the runner or the timer. It's very fun. We don't have live deals once we start the timer. That's very important again. And it's just overall a good time. We have a little interview at the beginning of Mercy Kill. I'll hold my scythe, you know, just very menacingly over the camera. It's a very, very, very good time. So that starts tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern. Aimbot will be immediately after we are done with this run here tonight. So again, lots of great programming here on GDQ Hotfix. Please be sure you check it all out. And again, there's programming most of the week, if not all of the week. So please be sure to stay tuned to GDQ here. We are here pretty much every night. So please check us out.
Yeah, I think we just had the greatest speedrunning event of all time with AGDQ 2022. So anybody like maybe first time coming over, watching more of the show, more of these hotfix shows, they're going on literally all throughout the year. We talk a lot about 2 specific weeks out of the year for GDQ.
Also,
But yeah, there is content literally all throughout the year.
Mention this. Spike is going to be back tomorrow. So Spike said the same trio will be back. Spike is going to be doing a long, very comfy run of Super Mario Galaxy. How long? It is going to be a 3-hour S. Be sure, bring a favorite snack, bring a blanket. We're just gonna big chill while Spike tries to remember how to speedrun Super Mario Galaxy 1. It's gonna be great.
It's actually as chill as it is. It's a very, very fun speedrun. Lots of cool skips. I'm gonna forget how to do literally every single one of them. Here we're gonna do a cool strat where we're going to just reflect the wall and then throw a thunder that all chains together, melts his last 2 bars of health instantly. Only problem here is I actually am now at half MP, so I'm probably going to sandbag a little bit my damage in the first bit and then try to go for a limit form kill. Initially going for this very fun reflect dance on the vines. Dance away from it. Go for another one. Press the triangle button. People like this game. It has a lot. Okay, well, I guess we're just going to miss all of that. But now I have full MP, so I can just do the proper strat. That's fine. The last one was a painful death. This one's like 10 seconds. Press that one. Didn't go through. That was weird.
How about you, Spike? Any last minute shout outs here?
Shouts to Sky for having me, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow. Shouts to Richard for doing his best to not give away that. Yeah, The proof was literally right in front of my face. We're about to find it. Trying to time each of these lasers to get off some initial reflect damage. Oh, we got the catch. All right, time's going to be coming up in about 5 seconds. As soon as this health bar is gone. Oh, it's really going to... All right, time. There it is. I had 1 HP left. I had to go into the little cutscene right there. Time. That was relatively well played. And holy buckets, the seed made us go pretty deep for all those. We found him. Our Lucia with the last one.
And I was worried.
I could not do that if I blindfolded. If I tried right now. Again, shouts to Rose, part of the GDQ Randomizer Showcase 2v2 co-op. Doing that blindfolded, no incentive needed. Out of nowhere, no one was expecting it. There was no incentive or anything. Doing it live in front of 100,000 people. If y'all aren't following Rose Curel, follow Rose Curel. She's great. She does a lot of KH2 Randomizer and other cool stuff on her channel. But,
how can you say
yeah,
that?
I will skip over this so we don't get DMCA'd with the music. And, yeah, once again, shouts to Sky. Thank you for having me. Shouts to Richard for, doing all the back-end stuff, making sure we're good to go tech-wise. And shouts to everybody in the chat. I hope you all enjoyed the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer. I know it's a lot. It's a randomizer that goes really fast. You do so many things and so many fights so quickly. But I really think this is actually a very accessible rando. I recommend getting into it, getting into the Discord, the Kingdom Hearts 2 randomizer Discord. There's also, once again, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 3 randomizer. If those games are more your thing, I love KH1. I definitely want to be playing that at some point later this year as well. Yeah, play on beginner difficulty and just start learning. It is a bottomless well of knowledge getting into this rando. Very, very cool.
Well, Spike, thank you so much for having you on. I'm looking forward for having you on tomorrow, but thank you so much for showing off Kingdom Hearts 2 Randomizer. It's always a great time.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
All right, one last time, that is twitch.tv/SpikeVegeta. Please be sure to follow the runner. But we're not done here yet on GDQ Hotfix. Coming up next is Aimbot. Take it away.